Hello, everyone, and welcome to D&D with R&D. I am Christy. I am not R&D, but we'll get to R&D in a second. Yeah, we're here to do our weekly Underdark game.
Underground. You're just
But now we're just in the underground, not the Underdark. Right.
We're in the dark now.
You're in the dark.
Now this
we don't
time,
know what's going on.
This time we're missing our basically our official party bard, who keeps the keeper of the tales. Micro's not here this week, and so we're gonna try to piece together what happened last time. So we had we
found vampires.
Well, okay, that was a little bit ahead. So we had just gotten done with like a battle from the last time, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
yes.
Yeah.
And we went farther into the mines.
Yeah.
And
we found a sick person.
Oh, right, we found a
just
camp.
Turning into a vampire. Yeah.
Yes. With some empty tents and one full tent. And we tried to administer some first aid. But then we decided to go into the mines.
Yes.
And also, like, Preet and Claire had some bonding time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
so now we have a three-way ship.
Yes. And there was more flirting between Claire and Etzli as well. So
of course, ship.
So we went into the mines, and I remember, like, we had a fight.
I became a delegator. I became a politician.
Oh, right. Okay. Tell us.
Because we found vampires, and
yes, that's right. A city.
Yeah,
like
we
a
found
encampment.
like an underground commune or something.
Yes, commune is a good word.
And so we were just like, oh, we just need help with
our that's right. They wanted to clear that we were they were there, and they were in the mine that was going to be mined by the king. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, let's see if my ADHD brain will let me say this in order. It won't say it in order. I'm just gonna remember things as I go. But so I went up and I was like, yo, we have a person who's sick. We think you may have bitten them. They were like, oh no, oh my gosh, let me go get the dude that bit them. And then so they went to get the dude that bit the person. And they were like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, okay, no, it's chill. I just need to know how to fix them, and then we can go. They're like, yeah, no, they attacked us and we just didn't know what to do. We got startled. And the little vampire was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, it's cool. And then maybe I should do recap from now on. I tell stories great.
But then we went back to talk to Claire about letting them stay there. But Claire was like, there's no way the king's going to do that.
And talking to the leader, because I made a promise that I would do my best to get them an audience with the king. And then Claire was all like, well, no, King's gonna commit genocide. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I became Mama Etzli. And I pretty much became Felix for
the session.
A day.
Yeah. So Claire was like, well, the king won't take your word that these vampires are, like, cool. And so then Etzli said, well, we're going to go back and talk to him. Yeah. And convince a representative.
I didn't say anything. I just turned around and walked away.
Yes. So what happened next was another negotiation.
Yeah, and then we met their leader, and now we're like political delegates.
Aren't we meeting them outside in front of the castle in a week?
In a week. We've set it up to where in a week, they are going to meet us outside of the city, and we will escort them in, and they will talk to the king. And we gave them the idea to offer like exclusivity to the mines, since people are naturally scared of the vampires.
We were scared of them.
So
yeah, and we're adventurers.
So scary.
So yeah, and we promise them we'll try to protect their lives, but
yeah,
like no promises, but you get wiped out either way. So
and now we're heading back because we can't let the person die or they'll become a vampire.
Right. So we're throwing like little healing things at them from time to time.
And we got Griffin's Tears, which has something to do with things, and we have to.
Well, didn't we send those off with? Didn't those get sent back by Claire's little pet, her familiar?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Well, that sounds about right.
We did it.
Yep, Mechanical Cat sent back the Griffin Tears. Yeah, last we left off, we were in the tent with Perseus, the leader of the colony. What did I call them? Bluetooth Haven. Leader of Bluetooth Haven. Bloodtooth, not Bluetooth. Bloodtooth.
It might as well be Bluetooth.
Oh, and they don't eat people.
No, they don't eat people. Yeah, this is why you are helping them out.
They're like vampire vegetarians.
Mm-hmm. They eat. They
Oh my gosh, they're the vampires from Twilight.
Yeah, a little bit cooler, but yes, they're pretty cool vampires overall. They seem to you all to be pretty chill about things. They had like a little farm going on the ground and livestock and kids playing. They were really nice about like all the vampires being autonomous humans, peoples.
Oh, we also got like letters and stuff from the people who had been turned into vampires to give to their family and shit. So they can't.
You got all their possessions back so they can return them.
Because they're all blood crazy right now.
And it'll be Perseus let you know that it'll probably be years before they get to be at a spot where they can actually see like normal people again without trying to murder them.
Without trying to nom.
Yep. Yes. So unfortunately, those miners will be lost for many years, but
they're not dead.
They're not dead.
I mean, they're undead, but that's still better, right? Well,
and they might be able to.
Oh my gosh, they'll never get to go to a bar. They'll always be miners.
And then you still have a lady to hopefully not.
I want to say that I think that was a brilliant pun.
Micro's not here, so I have to do it.
Someone's got to replace the puns. So yes, you left off. We were in the tent with Perseus, who you have set up this meeting. As the meeting ends, Claire hands over her notes that she's been kind of reading throughout your adventure. Preet, you're the one who probably noticed this note that she's been kind of reading at notes to give you directions on where to go through the cave system. So she hands those over to Perseus and just lets him know, like, here are the directions. Just follow these backwards to get to Sock, and we'll meet you there in a week. She also mentions that they might want to be careful around the caves with the water dripping down the sides because there's a good chance there might be people working there by the time they go by. They might not react so well to vampires just kind of sauntering through. So it gives them a little warning to be careful around that area. And then you all say your goodbyes and plan to meet in about a week. In a week, exactly 1 week from now, 7 days.
Yes, and during that week, I was going to try to become proficient in poisons.
Try to become proficient
for no reason in particular.
Not at all. Well, first, first we got ourselves the issue of a not quite yet vampire.
I remember we decided this last time that she was gonna ride in Horatio's cart, and he was gonna keep her healthy and make sure she's fed and watered.
Yep.
And I remember mentioning my bottomless baggie of fucking brain work. Water. That's the word. Someone said help.
Nice.
Yeah, Horatio would know, and I think he did a check for this, but pretty much she's not, her HP is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mechanically, her HP is fine, but she's unconscious and isn't feeding herself or drinking, so someone needs to just make sure she's eating and drinking for the next couple of days until you make it back to Sock and can remove the curse, because otherwise she'll just die of starvation or thirst.
Yeah, we need a cleric, because they're the only one who can do that.
Yeah. Higher level cleric than me, anyway.
Yes.
I'm only first.
So, I forget. I think you need a remove curse is what was said. I don't even know what.
That sounds right.
We need remove curse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a third or fourth level spell.
Yeah, it's not high. It's not super high.
No.
It's a third level. So yeah, it's not the highest thing in the world. So it's not like
it'd be pretty routine.
Probably in Sock, you'll find somebody without having to try too hard.
Yeah. They are pretty close to the Underdark. There are a lot of things that curse around here.
And if nothing, well, I mean, you also have had super good clerics come and regrow your limbs
That's true.
recently, so you do know that those exist.
Mhm.
But so you stick the woman in the not Horatio's cart, Herrick's cart, right? And that's where he's been hanging out.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a Herrick's cart, so that he can keep an eye on her. You just want to travel on back to Sock.
Yeah. We need to get her all healed up.
Yeah, and it's a couple of days travel. The way back is rather uneventful. You already did it on the way here, and on the way back you have to stop by and camp out somewhere, just like before, and go through the same cave. No help has arrived yet at the cave, even though it's granted it's only been 3 days ago that Claire sent out a little mechanical cat to let people at Sock know that this is here. So no one's quite arrived here. It's pretty much unchanged. The bodies of you do notice that the bodies of the basilisks are not gone, but torn to pieces.
Oh, like chunks have been taken out of them?
Yeah, like big chunks. Like it's mostly just bones with like flesh hanging off of them at this point.
Well, hopefully they're filled up now. They're not hungry anymore. Those bat things.
Yeah, you can take a pretty good guess that the bat thing or the umbrella things are probably fine. Just munch on them. So, and they do the umbrella things do bug you on the way, but they're not, without the help of the basilisks, they're not as bold as they were before, and so you can pretty much swat them away, and they don't try too hard to take a nibble out of you, like they did on your climb up or on the way in. They're less brave now. As you approach kind of the section of eventually, like the tunnel opens up on your left hand side, where you get to that ravine that you scaled a week and a half ago. It opens up nice and big, and you can kind of see it. The road that the path that you're on is still relatively wide, so you don't really have to worry about like falling off the edge or anything. But as you travel next to the ravine, you start hearing chatter and lots of talking, echoing down the tunnel, ahead of the tunnel towards the gate for Suck.
Ooh, is Felix up in front? I
I was
assume.
going to ask, did anything happen to or with Felix that I need to know about last week?
She seems to have gone into a trance and let Etzley like handle most things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I became Mama Estley in
For the vampires.
I think Felix invented a flashlight.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you
if I
invented
remember
the
right.
flashlight.
Yeah. Well, I helped because I was the one who noticed the reflective crystals. And then we used it to bounce light around a room to create basically a flashlight from it. So we did it together.
Right.
Yay, team.
Yay.
You've now invented the flashlight, but you have to patent it now.
All right. Well, I can handle that.
We have lawyers.
We do have lawyers. Excuse me. So, all right. So I'm just going to assume I'm my normal self now, going, oh, feeling a little weird last for a bit, but I feel better now, guys.
Yes.
I feel better.
I'm glad you're back. Being leader is stressful. I'd much rather just continue to be second.
All right. Well, what if anything can I make of the chattering voices? Do they sound nervous? Do they sound happy?
You can make a perception check.
Okay.
I bet it's just a bunch of people betting whether or not we are back.
Okay.
Is it Jewel?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, with a 9, it's it's hard to distinguish what each voice is saying or like the intonation, just because it's echoing around the ravine, and so you just get a lot of echoes back and forth. You can tell that it's definitely more. It's more than. I'll give you more than 5 people. Like, it's a lot of people doing a lot of talking.
I want to try my perception just for the heck of it. Even though I'm like practically in the back. So.
Yeah. It's relatively, like, it's loud enough that you can pick it up. Like, yeah, and even in the back, you can hear. It's, you can't tell a specific like emotion or why this is happening. It's several different conversations happening at the same time. So some people sound very annoyed. Some people sound happy and are like laughing, and you can hear laughter and people are having a good time. Some people are having serious discussions. There's definitely others that are like outright yelling at each other.
Well, this is a mixed bag.
Well, let's go see what's going on then.
As you continue down the road with the ravine on your side, you eventually start to see lights up ahead, attached to carts and stuff. You see the lights first in the distance, and as you kind of keep approaching, you see all of them are little lanterns attached to the back of carts, and the noise starts getting louder and loud. Like you can hear clearly more the people talking. And there appears to be a line, like a traffic jam. More like a traffic jam, because there's carts. There's like a traffic jam in front of you.
So you've seen Last Ditch Effort role play a waiting room.
Role play a traffic jam.
You've seen us role play customs and go into the vets, but have you seen us role play a traffic jam?
Dun dun dun.
We keep things super spicy around here.
Wait till we have to, have our meeting with our attorneys.
I mean, how many D&D groups actually role play the incredible, boring, simple thing?
It's honestly, it's such great character development every time it's just role play simple things. Like the way you all interact, it's fantastic. I love it because you all just like go nuts with interacting with each other. But yes, you're in a traffic jam. There's just literally just a row of carts in front of you.
So I'm going to.
Was there a wreck?
Look over and say, "Hey, what's up then? Is there a problem?"
One of the cars behind you says, no, we're just waiting to get into the city."
Well, I know, but like, why are we doing the waiting part?
Well, there's a lot of people are showing up today. Got to get set up for the big event.
Oh, the big event. Right, of course.
What big event?
You're like way back. You're nowhere near this conversation.
Darn it. Oh, and if y'all hear fussing, Jewel is very pissy with me for some reason, so she's whining and barking at me right now.
Okay.
Good to know.
Well, I'm gonna be like Bruno. Ask him what the big event is.
Okay. And he yells out like, I forgot the name of the event. What's it called? The guy just looks back. Oh, it's the Blacksmith Festival.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all you get. It's a Blacksmith Festival.
Jewel, I swear to the dear Lord above.
All right, so I'm gonna get down off my cart. I'm gonna get some of my blacksmithing tools on, and smear a little soot on, and just get ready. Like, yeah.
All right. Someone's already in costume. Someone's got their blacksmithing cosplay on.
All right.
Like, all right, I am the greatest blacksmith, Felix Belkarin. You may have heard of me from Last Ditch Effort. And and these are my cotillion.
The guy just kind of like, that's just the name of the festival. It's really not about blacksmiths.
What kind of horrible blacksmith festival is that? Blacksmith. What is
yeah.
going on around here?
Well, it's a festival, so we got, and he kind of like looks, kind of points you down the line of carts and stuff, and it's like, like, look down there, we got petting zoos and animals, and the big auction happens that in a couple of days. People wanting to sell their stuff and fruits and vegetables, arts and craft, that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess if you're a blacksmith, you can sell your stuff too. I'm sure there's a blacksmith auction, but it's just the name of the festival. It's called the Blacksmith Festival. It's not about blacksmiths. It's not just blacksmiths.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
on
and if you
earth
look
would
down, there's
name
like
something
carts
the
with.
blacks?
I don't know, right?
What?
Yeah, if you look down the row of cars, there's some carts that are hauling animals of all shapes and sizes. You see bullets. You see one of the carts has that like glass with runes on the etched on the side of them that is holding a full grown displacer beast, just kind of sitting there looking sad because he's in a big old cage. Birds are squawking, and others have fruit carts and lots of carts with just piles and piles of stuff on top of them, all wrapped up. A lot of overworld stuff, random tools, feed, just about anything that you can imagine. There's just stuff, and just a giant line waiting to get into stock.
You happy now, you spoiled little brat?
All right, so I'm gonna message people back and be like, "Yeah, we hit festival day. It's a big festival. It's called the Blacksmith Festival, but don't get excited. It's not actually about blacksmiths. It's just what they call it."
We were supposed to be excited about that? I missed that memo. I'll check my inbox more.
Oh wow, tourists are the easiest people to rob.
You said they're doing an auction? I wonder if
Yeah,
this.
I guess there's
Who you're asking? Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh, Felix.
We're all connected through the mind.
Well, I'm assuming she kind of wandered back and told us what was holding everything up. So
Everything's moving super slow, so you can definitely get out of your
yes.
Like it's LA traffic jam. You are going nowhere for the next few hours.
Yeah. So we can just sort of stand around now and move up an inch every couple of minutes. It's like waiting in line for a concert.
Yeah, every 5 minutes, like
It's a good thing it's LA traffic and not Atlanta traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone kind of moves. Yeah, everyone, and you see other people are like, some people are setting up like pretty much portable barbecues and are sitting out barbecuing and stuff.
Tailgating.
Like, tailgating. Like people are having fun.
This is part of it.
Getting pissed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Quick question: are they queuing like the British, or are they queuing like the Germans?
I don't know what the difference is.
Oh
Or the
God.
Americans.
So the
They're
British,
probably Americans, honestly.
the British naturally form lines. Like their culture forces them to not interfere in case anyone standing even near, like
queuing
remotely.
Like the Germans is
Yeah.
just going all over the place.
And yeah, Germans just like everyone just rushes for it.
No, it's definitely more like a British line.
Okay.
It's nice and orderly.
Okay.
There's not, people aren't trying to shove ahead.
Boo.
Like it's so frustrating when the train doors open and people are standing in the way for me to get out. At least like in the underground, they're constantly saying, like stand clear of the doors. And here you just get a face of like German people and you're like, get the fuck out of my way. How are you going to get in? I am here.
Yeah.
One of you just step the fuck back.
It's so nicely everyone's so nicely queued that like, so you're more or less in what would be like a 2-lane road. Like there's enough room for like 2 carts to be side by side, but the lane next to you is empty. Like no one's coming your way. Every once in a while you might see somebody go that way, but it's empty because everyone's lined in to get into the city, not coming through.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it's well organized.
It's people are being pretty, the fights that you get is like some animals are getting a little bit, too antsy, and animal masters, or what are they called,
Tamers?
Trainers are getting mad at apprentices for not taking care of the animals right. Shit falls off a cart and someone gets mad, but for the most part people are having fun. They're just out having ale and wine, and you do see people have chairs and are just kind of chilling outside of their wagons and chatting. Some kids are running up and down the queue, just meeting other kids and playing games. It's a good old time just being here.
Hey, one question. Hey, dude, who's so helpful. Thank you.
Yes.
How long does this last?
Probably like 4 or 5 hours before we get into the city. The festival.
No, I mean the festival.
Oh, yeah. The festival doesn't start till day after tomorrow. We're just here to set up.
Let me guess. It's
Gotta
all
get your
week.
spawn. 3 days. 3 days.
So
Weekend, long weekend.
Long weekend, yeah, awesome. So I'm gonna gotta go back and be like, so we told a bunch of vampires to come here.
In a
At
week.
the end of the week, though.
Yeah.
It's been 2 days.
Well, we still have 5. Well, yeah, they might show up at the end of the festival, but they're not going to eat anybody.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying they might cause a.
We'll just have to get them some disguises. You know, I've got like some costumes and stuff. We could probably get some stuff at the festival and help blend in.
Plus, huge crowds are ideal for smuggling people.
Hide in plain sight.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I dig it. All right. Preet, you want to do the music thing? Maybe that'll.
Yeah.
That'll definitely distract. And plus, everybody will be too busy looking at Horatio.
Oh, I thought I was just going to make some money, but yeah, I can do that too.
You can make money. I mean,
Well,
Yeah, you can distract and make money. That's the best way to make money.
That's true.
right, so I get to double dip here on fee. You know, like I get to charge an hourly wage on top of my earnings. I am doing 2 jobs after all.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you can roll a performance, see how.
all right, she'll get down and throw down her beret on the ground because you know it's really handy for collecting coins she's found.
I will point out that you are at the end of the line. Literally no one behind you.
Yeah, well, there's people in front of us.
Okay.
They'll appreciate it. They might help give us way, or, you know, depending on how
maybe
she
the
does.
carts will come back to us, and then all of a sudden we'll be the line.
Yeah.
people will let us go.
Yeah.
No, you play a wonderful song. You mostly seem to have attracted children, though.
That's fine. That their
Oh.
parents are happy and grateful. I find.
Yeah. So you don't get any coin because none of them are carrying around coin.
Not yet.
With your beret.
Not
But-
yet.
Not yet. And there are the people who seem to be the freest and running around the most are the children. The adults, while they are off their carts, are still staying near their carts and are being responsible adults and like moving their carts when they need to. So you don't quite get adults to come around. A few teenagers here and there.
Hey, Bruno.
Hmm.
I'll bring Bruno over, and we'll be wandering minstrels, and he can hold my hat. Now that the parents have had an hour away from the kids.
Yeah, we don't want those kids anywhere near our wheels. Little bastards.
Yeah, they stole your wheels. Forgot about that. Completely forgot they stole
Fucking
your
assholes.
wheels. By the way, I got that inspiration. I think it was Jason Todd, which is one of the Robins from Batman, stole the wheels from the Batmobile once. And that's why I remember
nice.
it's like, oh, we gotta have somebody steal the wheels off of these carts too.
Except instead of one Robin, you made 3 of them.
Yep. You and Bruno can definitely walk around. Claire looks a little bit confused about like driving the cart because you just kind of left her with Shamaris's cart.
Don't move it. Just sit there. It's fine.
It's got to move. Like the queue moves.
Look at Etzley.
Get Etzley.
Pushing her toward her.
So you two walk up and down.
I'm so glad you guys enable my
yeah,
my
it's
fangirl
storytelling,
behavior.
right? It's storytelling.
Yeah. Every once in a while, Etzley, not every once in a while, fairly regularly, every 5 minutes, you hear Claire call your name. And eventually she
just randomly.
yeah. Well, to like move the cart forward, like move the cart forward. Like Felix moves her cart, and Horatio moves his cart, and then Claire's just like, I need someone needs to move this cart forward, and someone needs to move your cart forward. So you go over and jump on and get the streeter to move forward and Steve to move forward.
Oh, though.
Are you getting Tiago? What is Tiago doing? I don't know.
How about this?
Usually with Horatio.
I am going to encourage things here, and Tiago can take over my cart, and I can just go help Claire
and sit next to her.
You sit next to her, and you show her how to drive. You do notice that, like, as you're sitting next to her, your legs are kind of touching every once in a while as the cart moves forward. And
I needed to enable this. I needed to enable this. Because I knew this kind of shit would happen.
Oh yeah.
And I needed to. And plus, it makes sense for me to just be like, okay, you know what, Tiago, she's being fucking annoying. Just take my cart, and I'll drive this one.
But for the most part, she doesn't have too much to say to you besides kind of sitting uncomfortably close to you. I don't know, maybe comfortably close. Who knows?
Who knows? Find out.
Well,
find out eventually on a potential future episode.
You mostly see that now that you're kind of in charge of driving, she's taken out a book and is just kind of sitting there reading through things on her book rather than focusing too much on driving. And then every once in a while, she kind of does. She asks you a lot of questions about Preet. Like, do you know where she's from? Like,
no.
Have you ever met some of her friends?
No, I just met her not too long ago.
Are her and the fish guy like you know?
No, I don't even know how that would work.
Don't be so close-minded.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know how that would work. Would he just roll up in there and just be like, la la la, you know?
There are sapiosexual relationships.
There is, but not with a tiny goldfish.
It's very small.
It's not it's not the goldfish that counts. It's the size of his brain, his mind.
He is a wizard. He does have a high intelligence.
Are you saying Preet and Horatio are secretly a thing?
No. Well, I mean, Preet would be a thing with anybody. That's the...
So here's the thing. Micro's not here. So next week, let's pretend that we made them a thing while he's gone.
He will be very befuddled.
Good.
As his woman, I need to irritate him.
Eventually the questions stop being about Preet and they move on to being about Felix. And she asks you, how did you meet Felix?
I saw her fighting a giant robot.
Oh. Yes.
And then I followed them to a bar.
I know the guy who made the giant robot.
That's cool. I know the person who invented the flashlight.
And then she tries to kind of slyly ask you about somebody named Scraggs.
How much does Exley know about Scraggs besides that you want to kill him?
Do you want to kill him? I don't know. Do you?
And that he's white.
To be fair, you probably do, but
I think I'm not 100% sure, but there have been days I've definitely wanted to kill him, but other days I'm like, he's a goblin. But I don't take know out
you did take out a contract on him.
I did, but that contract was as much to prevent other people.
R&D. R&D just knows his drink, I think.
Well, everybody takes contracts out of
Everybody has those days.
people.
Those friends.
It was just a bad day, honestly.
It was just a bad day.
Had a bad day. Put a contract out on the goblin I used to hang out with.
You know,
I
on my
put a
ex-friend.
contract that I wanted him alive, specifically.
so that
you
you
could
could kill him.
Well, that was, that's not
Okay.
TBD. TBD.
I think
we're not
Exley's
clear on
answer.
So
It's gonna
she
be-
was there when she took the contract out. Just reminding people.
Yeah, what Esley's gonna say to answer that is what I know about Scraggs. I'm gonna say I don't know much about him. All I know is that he's pissed Felix off, and she wants to kill him sometimes. She also put a hit out on him. So all I know is he's probably a big bastard.
Oh, I'm certain that he is. She seems very happy to agree with you about him being a bastard. Yeah. And so you all spend your next. We're not going to role play 5 hours of being stuck in traffic.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Roll me another performance.
This could be a 5-hour stream, and we could just
It's
role
true.
play every
Role
hour,
play every hour.
painstakingly.
You can do it with advantage since you have Bruno kind of being your assistant. Nice. Bruno does help you out. Bruno being Bruno and always wanting to be helpful. Uses, I think he knows prestidigitation. If not, he really should because he's a wizard.
He does. He does.
Okay. So he uses his prestidigitation to kind of like amp up your performance, give you fireworks and shit. Yeah, like he is. And you actually, now that you're walking around and it's not just children, you get to see more of like the crowd that's hanging around. For the most part, you get a lot of what I described earlier, a lot of carts full of just stuff, carts full of animals. You do see other performers are actually following suit. Like they're not the only one who had the idea of walking down this
Started
place.
a parade.
You're competing against them. Not less of a parade, more of a like, hey, don't
It's
get
a
on
parade to me.
Okay. So you see mimes, you see a couple of like fire breathing
Mimes.
people, you see jugglers, you see a lot of
balls
dancers
and jugglers.
Yes.
Sorry.
You see lots of different kinds of performers just performing, some of them in front of crowds. Some of them seem to be less about performing and more about practicing. So some of the performers just there to like try to get better. But some of them are trying to get around and see if they can get, a few coin while they are walking around. You managed to make 23 silver.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, as you walk around.
Pocket that.
So you can add that to your cash, and eventually you make it back to your group. When you get to the front of the line, all 4 of your carts, Claire does kind of excuse herself and tells Etsy, I'll take care of this, and walks to the front of the line and talks to the guard for a little while, kind of flashes her.
Oh, did Preet not take over her cart?
I don't know. Did Preet take over her cart?
No, if Etzley and Claire are sitting getting on, she'll just go sit in the back and she'll give
Preet ships them too.
She's gonna give 10 of the silver pieces to Bruno for his help.
All right, yeah. Whoever's in charge of Bruno's card or character sheet.
10 silver. Okay.
10 silver to Bruno.
I don't know if there's a place for him.
I don't think there is. I really got to change this to just like a regular cart character sheet because NPC character sheets are just a.
Can you put it in the GM in the notes in the front?
Yeah, I'll give him 10 silver, and then maybe between now and next time I'll make him like a real character sheet rather than the NPC ones, because I really did not realize how terrible the NPC sheets are.
Yeah, you can't even change the health on the sheet itself. You have to like click on them, and it doesn't change on the sheet.
Yeah, because he also has 50 gold to his name.
Yeah,
okay.
Rolling in it.
He is. He's doing good. Okay, so yeah, sorry, not Preet. Claire walks up, talks to the guard, flashes her crest. You see her kind of almost like a business card. And unlike you've been watching people go into the gate, and you've been through the gate, you know that you get stopped. You've seen the guards, just like before, go up to carts and put those red stickers on them, and like, nope, you gotta go see the vet. This has to be quarantined, that kind of stuff. They don't bother with any of this with you. They just let you right on in. So you do not have to deal with any of the custom stuff. They just, yeah. Diplomatic immunity is nice sometimes.
Yeah. I need one of those badges.
Mm-hmm. And you are back in SOC. It's this doesn't show it. It is fucking crowded now. A lot of the carts are taking off in different directions. Most of them towards the quarantine areas and the vet and stuff. But for the most part, there's just a lot of traffic going around. It's definitely, most of it is outside of the city gates, so getting around inside the city isn't that difficult, but it is definitely far more crowded than the week that you spent here. It's festival week. Things are happening. Where are you gonna go?
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask Claire. Like, do we need to go right to the king, or?
Oh, you do not just approach the king. I will find us an audience, and I will send Zero in to get you.
And
All
while
right.
she's
Tell
doing
him
that,
to wear
we should
something slutty.
slutty.
She's,
And
yes. Mm-hmm.
While Claire's doing that, we should get this woman some help.
Yeah, let's go find ourselves a church.
Pretty easy enough. It's a big building over here is a church. Church.
Whoa!
All right,
Yeah.
make our way over.
Making our
the
way
traffic.
downtown.
Oh, which way are you going?
fast.
I'm actually. I need to know which way you're
All
going.
right. Well, where is this church?
So you are here. This is the gate, the main
Yes.
gate. Church, be over here.
I guess the most direct path.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a
like
little bit
this
dark,
way.
but
It-
mostly it's
it-
lit.
This way.
Okay.
You want to go?
So you guys want to go this way?
Wherever.
Yes.
Oh, what did I just do? How did I do that?
I did that. You did not.
Oh.
You did.
I like.
Hey,
I clicked.
tell her she did it with her mind.
And R&D's color.
I thought. Jewel,
Yeah.
stop being so mean to me. Jewel.
You try to head on. When you hit this intersection here, there's a blockade, and you see a group of dwarves and orcs standing there, all of them in pristine suits. Remember the guys in suits that you saw at the house back a few episodes ago, when Bruno got lost. I forget the name of the place. I have the name of the place, but I forget it.
I know it's some kind of criminal town.
Yeah, and gold. So Amber Gate.
You were talking about the Chastity Club?
Yeah.
Chastity Club. Yeah, Club Chastity. Thank you. Yes. When you went in the Club Chastity, you saw the orcs that were wearing suits and stuff. Very similarly.
Yeah, the guy whose friend had the college fund. His kid had the college fund.
And it's obviously his kid because him and the wife are having an affair.
Yeah.
But they don't believe in divorce in their culture, so they just have to wistfully, look at each other and occasionally shag.
So he has to raise his child from afar.
Yeah, that one.
And watch him be raised by a separate man. Yeah.
None of this is canon, but yes.
No, it's canon. It's canon. You can't tell me it's not canon.
We could tell. We know these things.
Yes, but similar to those orcs, you see a bunch of orcs and dwarves all in
They also have an envelope triangle with a child in the middle?
Oh yeah, you can ask them, but they're not letting you through. They have a blockade going here, and you are not allowed to go that way.
All right, so I'm gonna say
they redirect you to go the long way. No, you're gonna have to go around.
Oh.
fine. The long way it is.
Might as well.
Can we tell them we have a medical emergency?
You can, sure, for certain.
I have noticed something about orcs. They don't give a fuck.
Oh.
But
Orcs in
I
suits.
tell them,
Okay, fair enough.
do you have a medical emergency that we need clerical assistance with to suite, if that helps? Also, I'd be willing to give a gold.
Okay. You can do a persuasion
Yep.
with, because you're not lying. Persuasion with advantage, since you're gonna try to pay them off.
Preet would give you guidance on that.
All right.
Be so persuasive.
So you got to roll a D4, D10, D something.
Four.
Four. Oh, it's on inspiration. You have so many D's to give.
18.
18. The orc just looks at you and says, like, my cousin was stabbed once. He walked all the way around. You're fine. Lost a pint of blood. Didn't say a thing.
All right.
Well, it certainly isn't anything to do with your cheerful disposition, though.
Mm.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
We just walking around.
Yep.
We gonna
So you have to take
vampires
the super long way. It takes you. It takes, again. It's crowded. People are. So before, you've been here a week before. It's not like, it's a city. It's relatively quiet at nights, except for the weekends. It gets a little rowdy. You've been here like one weekend where it gets
I
rowdy.
just got an idea.
This is like that weekend times like 3. Like, it's super rowdy. People are hanging outside of bars, are out in the street. No one's following like the crosswalk rules at all. Like, people are just everywhere.
So it's like the Arts and Crafts Festival at my college town.
Yep.
I hate the Arts and Crafts Festival.
Everywhere.
It's
so
like
even
carnival.
though this festival doesn't start for like 2 more days, people have already started this festival.
Yeah.
So it does not matter. That is not officially started. It is busy all around. So it takes you a very long time, just because you are having to like slowly meander past people, and people are just in the way. And somebody throws a lays at you, and you're by the end of it, your cedar spikes are just covered in lays.
That's adorable.
They're very colorful.
Preet plays music out the back of the cart, Chavaris' cart, at the crowd.
You get.
Etzley's just gonna pull her hood up. She's just like, no. She's focused.
Okay, you get two dwarven women end up flashing their boobs at you.
Anyone flash anything below that?
No.
Preet has somewhere to be after this.
I will throw some silver at them.
I'll throw them a thumbs up. That's what they
Etzley, you're next to Claire. Claire is visibly red. Like beet red.
Oh, Etzley's gonna laugh. She's gonna think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. Just does not. Does not approve.
What, Claire? Have you never seen a pair of titties before?
No. She was just kind of very shyly says no.
Etzley's gonna laugh a little bit
She's a virgin.
and toss 2 gold toward the girls just to see what Claire does to be annoying.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage. It's not going to be a very high DC. Oh, fantastic! They just show them right back off again, and you notice
Etzley's gonna yell, "Keep working hard, girls!"
You notice that Claire's eyes linger a lot longer than you thought they would before she looks away.
She's gonna like give Claire a light slap on the back and be like, "You need to get out more."
This is turning to D&D Red Shoe Diaries.
Yes.
I love this. This is great.
Well, welcome to Mardi Gras in the underground.
I was promised when I was younger that I would get to be taken to Mardi Gras when I was 21, but my mother lied to me. I still haven't been to a Mardi Gras at all.
All right.
And now it's my mission to take Micro to Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
There you go.
I
That's a
have
good
to.
mission. Okay, so you slowly make it around the very long way around until you get to the chapel, the church. It's a church of some. I don't know what these
Oh my
dwarves worship. I
goodness.
should have looked that up. I have no idea what these dwarves worship. They worship a deity of some variety. There is a line of people outside. Most of them seem to have very minor injuries. Like you do not need a cleric for this shit. Most of them seem to be
You just need a
stumbly.
Band-Aid.
Yeah, like a lot of them have like. There's a lot of black eyes in the crowd.
Okay.
Oh my
and-
gosh, it's like when serial killers stub their toe, all of a sudden it's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's especially for you all, like fucking wimps. Like, get over it. Like,
Shake
you
it
have
off.
a black eye, you'll be fine. You don't even
Like
need.
we're people with scars.
Yeah, you don't even need stitches for that shit. Like, walk it off.
I've got a wannabe vampire in the back of this cart. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out.
But you
So
have about like 10 people lined up in front of this church.
All right.
We don't have to say vampire. We could just say someone's been cursed. Because I think if we say vampire, it'll incite panic. And when the vampires do come in a
Okay.
few days to meet someone, people will be looking out for
All right.
it.
Yeah,
All right.
Felix is just going to jump down and say, "All right, out of the way! Life-threatening emergency!" Pull out her sword, turn it on fire, and say, "Everybody out of the way!"
Bruno has prestidigitation, right?
Bruno
He
does have.
just- Can he just make us sound like an ambulance siren?
He certainly can.
That
I'm
was
not
my
sure
idea
that he
earlier.
knows what an ambulance sounds like, but I'm sure he can get super close to something like
some
that.
some kind of loud siren.
But he
I
can
was
just
gonna
walk
say that
and say.
earlier.
He can just go woo 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 woo,
I
and
was
annoy
going to say that
people out of the
earlier
way.
to get us through the crowd faster, but then R&D threw boobs at us.
Boobs slow down the whole camp, the whole party. Just slow down and look at boobs.
Preet can
Well, we can't help
pick up
that.
the woman. Preet can pick up the woman and start to like carry her toward the
Okay.
temple.
Can't
take her strippers
Felix, you can roll a intimidation with advantage because you have your whole fucking team here helping you out.
All right.
Oh no!
Oh no! Luck point.
Give me just look. Okay, much better. 13. But at the bright side, these are all just a bunch of drunk dumbasses. So bright side, it's not going to take a whole lot. Thank you, sweetie. It's not going to take a whole lot to intimidate a bunch of really drunk people. The 7 would not have done it, but the 13 certainly will. They are. You see, like 3 of them the 3 with like the black eyes just flee. They flee together, which makes you think they probably got the black eyes together. The 2 other ones just kind of like gesture like whatever, go ahead. And you get to the front of the church, where as soon
I'll stay with
as
the
somebody
cards.
hears the wooing sound of Bruno outside the door, you see, what are we gonna see? I like that I bought these cards because now I can like just grab a random person out of here. You see this person. You see, Morella.
We can look if you show.
Do these
hold it.
cards?
They have
I
pictures.
will
these
as soon as I get
cards-
one.
Do these cards show the character's favorite way to cook potatoes?
No, unfortunately not.
Then those cards are a failure. You need to update them.
I need to update them. So you
I need
see,
to know if they like waffle fries or tater tots.
that's a very important thing. You see Morella, this
Oh.
lovely orcish woman.
Aw,
who
adorable.
Yeah, so she comes out and greets you at the door. She seems a little distressed by.
Oh, you know
all
what?
the-
Sorry,
all the
R&D. I
commotion.
didn't have you on the shared screen, so can you
Okay.
pop that up one more time?
Sure, there she is. Look at that
Just
lovely
wait for
lady.
it to. Yep, right now it's perfectly zoomed in. Great, thank you.
That's
Okay.
Morella. So
Okay.
that's who you see waiting for. She runs out, rather startled, like, oh my goodness, this is actually an emergency. We don't get too many of these. Bring, come on in. And they take you, and again, like a lot of these people are just fucking wimps, especially to adventurers as hardened as you. Like, honestly, they stub their toe. Like, they're fucking fine.
I'll stay with carts.
A bunch of wimps. And they just otherwise run in. Service isn't gonna cost you that, some cleric comes over and it's like, kind of looks at Felix first. It's like, okay, this looks real serious. What happened to her?
We found her in a mine. She'd been bitten by a vampire. Shh.
Oh my goodness, this is quite serious. It shouldn't take too long. Give us a few minutes. Is she in danger of turning?
Yes, if she were to die, she would definitely turn into one of the vampires. So let's not let her die. We've been trying to keep that from happening.
Well, thank you very much. She can stay here overnight. Does she? Are you going to come get her? Like, family, relative, sister?
Well, we're not her family, and she's kind of out, so we don't actually know who her family is. But
we'll be back to bill her, right? Because if you need the money up front.
Oh, this is a charity, ma'am. We will take,
church.
Pay us what you believe our service is worth. And she kind of points to a donation box at the end of it. At the end of the entrance of the church.
Well, that would really be her job, wouldn't it?
I mean, I feel like her family would be offended. We should talk to them if we can find them. But until she gets aroused, we didn't find out anything about her family last week, did we?
Maybe she has some kind of identification on her.
You should know her name, but that's okay. So there was only I'll just give it to you. Her name is Hessa. She is mentioned in the letters that you found.
Oh, I believe her name is Hessa. Does anyone know anybody who's a Hessa in the town? We can ask around, see if we can't locate some relative.
Well, why don't you head on back tomorrow morning? She should be better by then. The curse removal is pretty easy, but she looks like she's had been a little rough and probably needs a good night's rest and some food in her.
All right. Yep, we definitely will. All right.
Well, thank you very much. And again, we are, donation is the only way that we keep our services open.
Oh, for God's sakes, fine.
Gives you a big old smile.
I go ahead, I toss a gold in.
I shipped Felix and the cleric lady. I'm shipping
Felix, everybody. Shipping everyone.
So Felix will ship her own people. She's
I believe in Felix.
By the time Preet and Felix come out of the church, you see that Claire is no longer in the cart with Etzli.
Oh, I miss her already.
Yeah, and she's just standing outside, not in the carts, and just ready to go. And it's just, you come out, and she's out of the church. Says, I will go make arrangements to meet the king. I did, considering the festival is going on, I will report if it's okay with you, and looks at you, Felix, what we found, and we should be able to meet the king in about a week. Sure. Yeah. Okay, well, enjoy your festival, and we will be seeing you soon.
I'd like to give her an insight look to see if she's got any plans, anything up her sleeve. I don't trust her.
Okay. Yeah.
18.
And let me know when she's walking away, because I wanna yell something at her.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely got something up her sleeve, but it doesn't. You don't get the feeling that it's anything dangerous. That's the word. Like, there's something more benign about her plans.
All right, so I'm gonna say, don't double cross us. All right, we've got a thing here.
I never think of such a thing.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. But I'm saying, just let it sit in your head, and then it'll fly away. Just let it fly away right out of your mind. All right. So.
And what is your message, Etsley?
Oh, as she's walking away, Etsley wants to yell, "Hey, go find yourself some good titties." Just to be an ass.
You can, at the distance you're at, see her turn bright red and just her step quickens a little bit as she walks away.
Etsley's gonna cackle mischievously.
And she walks away from you. All right, you are. She wanders off to do her thing.
I'm gonna go make sure my mom knows I'm back, and we set up our lodgings.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Okay. So, where are you going to do that? Are you going to go back to your last place?
Well, go back to the place where she's at.
Broken Spoon?
Yeah.
Tavern, yeah.
Broken Spoon. You're not very far from the Broken Spoon.
Yeah.
There, unlike a lot of the other businesses, this one's already kind of shut down for like the bar-y restaurant area has kind of shut down for the day. So it's a lot quieter than the other places. There's still definitely a crowd like walking around near it, but inside, it seems like it's closed up.
All right, I'm gonna go knock on the door and be like, "Hey, mom, it's Felix. Mom.
You barely get your second knock in when your mom opens the door and says, "It's about time," and opens the door to like who is coming in.
Well, I guess we'll park our streeters.
I want to wander off. I want to
this
wander
guy's not
off.
here.
I want to wander off and see if I can find books on poisons.
Books on poison. It is very late at night. Granted, not night. Okay, hold on a second.
Oh, so there's
I
probably nowhere's probably open.
Probably nowhere.
Okay, then I'll just go inside and wait till the morning.
Hi. Yeah,
Got
this
herself
party
a
town.
ninja warrior in the background.
Okay, so sorry.
Off into battle.
Okay, yeah, it is very late at night. I mean, it's not obviously not night because you're on the ground, but circadian rhythm wise, you are at going to bedtime.
Okay, then I'll just go in and wait till the next day to do that.
Who all is going
in?
Who all is coming into the bar?
Yeah, I want a sea breeze.
If there's no one behind the bar, I'll go behind the bar and start fixing Preet a drink. My best buddy.
Oh, thanks.
Where is there? She is. I was gonna say where is Felix's mom? There's Felix's mom. Felix's mom. What is I forget your mom's name. I'm sorry. Fanchon. Before you can even make it to the back of the bar, she's like, "All right, well, you better get used to working back there. Here are your jobs. Felix, you're in charge of security. You can have Tiago. I think she looks pretty tough. Preet, you are going to be performing starting at 5 o'clock. Felix, your shift starts at 4. Make sure that you get the bar ready to go. And Bruno, he's good at writing shit down, right? He can take orders.
In the morning?
No.
Oh, thank God. Thank the gods.
You're working from 5. You're working from 4 to 9. Keep this place running tip-top shape. The owner will be here. It's a busy time, so don't let me down.
Aren't you the owner?
No, renting this place. I was renting it. Your friend, what's her name? Claire.
Well, then what the hell do I want to run for this guy for?
Do you want a place to sleep?
I don't mind making drinks. As she's sitting there already behind the bar making a drink.
I don't mind
How
drinking
much-
her drinks.
How much does it pay?
You get to stay for free upstairs.
But how much does it pay?
No,
Woman.
that's it. That's
Who
it.
the hell do you think? No,
your
who
friend.
raised me?
Your friend has stopped me from doing business for months. You owe me,
I do not.
and
She's not actually my friend. I don't know what she told you. We don't even like each other.
that's fine. She still stopped me from doing business because she wanted to find you.
Here you
Alright,
go,
listen,
Preet.
Mom.
So now make it up to your mother and
No.
just sit here and work.
Listen,
I hand Preet her drink.
Yeah, Preet, like
my mother.
No one else
Keep
is
'em coming.
fighting this.
keep him coming. She knocks it
My-
back.
I want Etsley and Preet to be talking about the boobs
Yeah, that's fine.
while they're arguing about this.
Yeah, and Bruno's listening in.
Yeah.
He
My
obviously
mother
needs to learn.
didn't raise me to go work for free. No, I demand payment. Workers of the world unite. We have nothing to lose but our chains. That's what I say, damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Talk to the owner in the morning.
Who the hell is the owner? Have I even met this person?
No, you'll meet him in the morning.
Are you and him a thing?
No, I'm just here
Is
to do
this
business.
Felix's new stepdad?
You can call him Dad. No, who is the owner? Man,
Call him Zaddy.
his name's Jack, and he's a handsome dude.
So, but you guys aren't a thing.
No, I
Not
have a lot of
yet.
business to do during this festival.
Yeah. Go
I
do
need-
your business.
Yes.
God.
I need yes, you need a place to stay. I need a place to stay. Good luck finding an inn that's gonna keep you here this weekend.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, Dad, can you come finish the sink?
No, it's gotten late. I'm going to bed. I have a lot of things to do in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might want to, spruce yourself up a bit. You look like hell.
And with that, she gets up and walks upstairs to where your lodging is.
Felix, you want a drink?
Yes.
I'll
No,
start
I
making
want
her
2
drink.
drinks.
I'll start making her 2 drinks.
Is my second one done before you start on her too? Because I was here first.
Yeah. I'll get yours done first.
Thank you,
Preet,
love.
don't be pushing. Don't be pushing. You're a chill woman. That's what I like about you.
I know.
Chill.
I'm more chill when I had my second drink.
Yeah, well,
After listening to that, Barney.
Here's your second drink. Here's your second drink.
hey, look, don't you have a mother? Come on.
Not really.
Do you have a mother?
Well, they were.
No, you don't. You don't have a mother.
It's kind of like
I don't either. Oh my gosh.
our origin. Our race's origin story is a bit unusual.
Well, if you, let me tell you, if you did have a mother, that would make perfect sense to you.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Anyway, drinks are coming up. Esley's pretty quick.
I'm so fast.
Yeah.
She was
Actually,
like,
is
yes.
proficient in drink making now.
Yes, I am.
Mm.
Oh, Horatio's cooking. I forgot about that one. Who am I missing? Or not Horatio, Trevor. She doesn't really care about Horatio.
Horatius, just a pet fish.
No.
Don't tell her.
Trevor is in charge of cooking.
This is true.
Mhm.
Yeah, Preet will get out her mandolin and play a couple songs between sips.
All right. I am going to. Well, when it gets a little closer, I don't know what time it is. When it gets closer, I will cast Disguise Self to be basically me, but really tough looking and spiky.
Okay.
Like just more spikes and more leather and more.
Well, the place is closed. Like, this is like 10 p.m. at night.
Are you going to a leather bar?
I don't know where you're going.
I mean, if you are, I'm in. You just have to ask, but
Yeah, I'm just trying out the look. What do you think? Do I look intimidating?
I think
You look
so.
hella scary.
All right. You don't think it's too much, or should there be more spikes?
No, I think
I
you
can
got
do more.
too many more is like it's trying to compensate for something. This is just like badass
This is
amount.
the right amount of spikes.
All right, good. Yeah, I mean, I guess we gotta go to
Bed.
Well, I've got nothing else to do but drink and go to sleep.
Oh, you guys got regular people jobs.
Well,
Oh
not
my
for a few
gosh.
hours.
Now
We'll
we have
see
to
in the
role play
morning.
regular jobs.
We'll see what happens with
We have
Jack
such riveting
here.
content.
Well, I need to spend the day resting my voice and reading my book to get my hours in.
All right, you have fun with that.
And
I will.
after I'm done fixing them like their third or fourth drink, I'm gonna go to bed.
Well,
So I guess I'm going to bed too.
All right, I'm gonna have to smoke some pipe weed and then I'm going to bed. You know, I don't have to rest my voice till tomorrow.
yeah, everyone's gonna relax with their own way and go to bed.
Can I have a puff of that before I go to sleep?
Oh yeah. I've got a second one here rolled if you want.
Oh,
Take that
thanks.
upstairs. Yeah, it's all right. Just come see me. You know.
Okay. You're the weed dealer.
Yes.
I'm the bartender.
It's a great group.
It's a great.
I really enjoy playing a bard.
You know, I
enjoy playing Etsley in general.
yes. I was telling my friend at work that we finally, because we hadn't had one, we finally got ourselves the horny bard, and it's Christy Winters who's gonna be our horny bard. It's like, okay, you know, someone had to do it, I guess.
Yeah, it's hella fun. It is.
Mhm.
Do you remember in our other thing, the horny bard that you hung out with for a weekend?
Yes.
The one you met naked.
Yes.
On the road.
Yes. I actually
he was
do
great.
remember him fondly.
Yeah, it's a nice guy. I liked him.
I know. I hope we run into him again. So again, but really quickly, in my game, they kind of finally opened up their tavern, and I used it to kind of have like the reunion episode at the end of a series, when all the characters some of the characters they met came back to their tavern. It's like, oh,
Nice.
who do I want to
that's
see?
great.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and yours, Chrissy. There are people I hope we bump into again. He would be one of them.
There you go.
All right, so back to this game.
So yeah, no, you all do your nighttime rituals. I don't remember how many rooms there were upstairs. Felix's mom has definitely taken up one of them all by herself and does not care.
I think there were 4, but then we also had the carts.
Yeah, so you all split yourselves up however you split yourselves up to everyone get some amount of rest.
Yes.
But otherwise, yeah, the night goes pretty it's loud. It's loud outside. The noise outside doesn't really stop until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So depending on how good you are at sleeping.
Jill wants us to know that there's someone who walked out of their apartment.
Oh no.
Oh, well.
She
How
just
dare
thought
they.
we would want to know. Jill.
I don't know. I think Preet's used to sleeping through loud places and carn festivals and stuff, music festivals. So
Yeah,
I don't know
Pete
if he
probably
wants to
doesn't have
roll
much of
for
an
it.
issue. No, you all get your long rest, but
Okay.
it's it's spring break. Spring break in D&D.
Spring break.
Yeah. The next morning,
Don't you start.
you all wake up to
Oh my god.
it's the smell of bacon and eggs coming from downstairs.
Oh, heaven. Oh, Preet rushes downstairs.
Okay, now she wants us to know that there's a dog barking.
Preet rushes downstairs. Preet, do me a con save.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's nothing bad. Okay, you're fine.
I am. Bards are
You run
awesome.
downstairs, and you see I love these cards. You see this lovely gentleman,
Oh, hold on a second.
Jack. I'm gonna
Oh, hello, Jack.
Yeah, hello,
Good
Good
Jack.
morning.
Like, good morning. He has you see him in the kitchen just sitting there
Well, again.
making some breakfast for you. Well, not for you, but just making some breakfast.
This gets better and better.
And that is Jack, the owner of the Shattered Spoon.
The broken spoon.
The broken spoon. I forgot.
Yeah, close enough.
The
Right.
broken
R&D,
spoon.
I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jack jacked?
I don't know. Are you going downstairs?
Yeah, Esley will go downstairs after she gets ready for the day.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It's a little bit late. A few minutes after Preet makes her way downstairs. You can do me a con save.
Making my way to 10. 1, 10.
And if you want to, perception, because you're trying to ask how jacked Jack is.
Also, Preet is
Okay.
like trying to be very charming.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Perception to
Mhm.
see how. Okay. That's
Generally the same.
okay. That's okay. Even with that low, like his shirt's a little tight. And with a 13,
Does he got boobies?
Are his pants very well fitted?
I mean, is his butt tight?
It's very like
Oh my gosh.
even with an 11
Esley
perception, he is not hiding anything.
And
with a con
Preet
of
yesterday
13?
paying people for boobs, and now we're ogling at the owner.
Yes. With a 13 constitution, you are really ogling it. Like, oof. Your heart skipped a beat the moment you saw him.
It's great breakfast.
And he looks at you and says like, I've never seen eyes like you before.
All right, I guess Felix is gonna have to come down now.
You can also
Felix,
do your
please
con
save
save.
me.
Is it magic? Is there something magical going on?
No, there's nothing magical going on.
He's just that handsome.
He's just that handsome.
Just that handsome.
Honestly, it's just to see if you can resist the handsomeness of Jack. That's all that con save is. Nothing else but that.
From what I've learned is Etzli is weak against attractive people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out that is very true. Felix, yeah, he's handsome, but you can play it cool. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can play it cool. Etzli is like stuttering most like half her words out, and is just
She was not expecting this in the morning.
It's just struggling. Like, eggs good. It's like, yeah, I'm glad you liked them.
Between Jack and what happened with Claire, she's like, God, Etzli is just
You're turning
Horny
into
on Maine.
horny on Maine. This is ridiculous. God.
Herrick's gone. Like she's just Herrick's gone now.
But between her and Bruno, I feel like I'm in like a
Hey, at least
A
I'm
teen
playing
movie?
in the real world. Oh
At
God.
least I don't wander off like he does and get myself into trouble for
Don't give me any at least stuff. Come on.
It's like American
At
Pie,
least.
but it's D&D.
We're professionals.
Oh, speaking of professionals, you all work for me this weekend. I am looking forward to working with each and every one of you. And just stares directly at Esley as he says, every one of you.
Etzli's gonna turn on her heel and just go to the bar.
She's
Well,
swooning.
She's like, I'm better than this. I'm better than Bruno. I can do.
You find, as you make it to the bar, you find yourself thinking about his deep brown eyes. And yeah,
Why is it me? Why is it always me?
he's that handsome.
All right. Well,
Claire,
Felix
save me.
is going to just shake our heads, go over and say, well, I'm glad you have decided to go with LDE Enterprises. We are a fine.
I love it. I love that someone is professional
You know what?
around here.
You know what? You know what? I love you guys. This is great.
We come very highly rated, as I'm sure you are aware, and we pride ourselves on professionalism and making sure that the money you spend on us is money well spent, sir. You have nothing to worry about when it comes to security, to entertainment, full service, full service.
Not
Yeah.
some things to worry
In
about.
discussing our financial remuneration, my mother was unclear as to how much we're going to pay, and since of course I'll be writing up the contract,
Have it sent to
It's
be
a-
checked by our lawyers.
it's a standard contract that we send to everyone. Just I want to make sure to get everything down properly.
Oh my gosh.
By you have spewed off this whole thing, and he has not this whole time looked at you, and you have noticed that he has been staring at Etzley the whole time. And he says, "Yes, whatever you want. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
no,
show the
he has a
new
thing
girl
for serpent women."
how to set up the bar properly. Yeah, just
He has a thing for
whenever you get a
serpent women.
chance." And
Oh no.
walks away towards Etzley to show her.
Why do
how
I have to be such a hot, scaly piece of ass? It's
Oh,
canon
that's
now.
fine.
It's at least just hot.
That is absolutely fine because as far as Felix is concerned, yeah, all right.
It's canon now.
20 gold. Yeah, I'll just write that in. 20 gold per day. Yeah, that works for me. There will
you-
be a very soon he's getting a
R&D, why do you put me in these
A
situations? I don't know how to deal.
I know, because that's why I put you in these situations.
I don't like
I'm-
you anymore.
As you're sitting there trying to pretend to figure out how the bar works.
And like I know what I'm
You
doing, but I'm just doing it.
No,
to
you have
distract
no.
myself.
You find yourself not knowing what you are doing. You are very proficient at this. You have no idea what anything in this place does, what any of these bottles are.
I'm so distracted. It's all that
Like-
asshole's fault.
None of it makes sense when you feel a gentle hand on your shoulder and says, I can walk you through all of this.
Esley's gonna just stare and then just head back to her room. No, wait, even better. She's just gonna walk out. Because she wanted to get books anyway. So she's just gonna be like, okay, cool. And just walk out. I gotta get books.
Yep, you gotta get books. You're busy. You have things to do.
I got things to do before my shift.
Yep. All right. Etzley's off. Felix, you've been kind of mostly ignored. Preet, you've been kind of mostly ignored.
That's all right. She'll get her book, come downstairs
my
and read it
gosh.
with a view.
All right. So what is your plans for the day, peoples? You have till 4. 4 is when you're.
Preet's
Can
reading
someone
for as many hours as possible.
actually just gonna walk down the street going, why is it always me? Why is it always me? Why is it me?
All right.
I'm going to talk to him for a bit. I'm going to say, do you know the people in this area? If I needed to find out who somebody was or who their family was, who would I speak to about that?
He gets very serious with you.
Oh,
It's like,
no.
I'm sure you could find the city guard. They're pretty good about that kind of stuff. Are you missing somebody?
He's a scale chaser.
No, we're on business for the king, and we found a woman in the mines. She had been attacked and was unconscious. We're aware of her name, but nothing else about her. So,
Yeah, go to the ward. I'm pretty sure somebody there put like a missing persons thing.
okay, great. So, yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to be here till 4, so if you'll go enjoy the festival, or there's plenty
He
for you
is
to
a
do.
scale chaser.
I grab a bunch of eggs and a bunch of bacon and say, yep, thanks, bye.
As Felix
Steal his breakfast.
is leaving, Preet will go up to her and give her a pat on the shoulder and say, maybe first time out you'll be lucky, and I'll give you bardic inspiration. So for the next 10 minutes, you have a bardic inspiration.
There you go. All right, so we got Etsy has wandered off on her own. Felix has wandered off on her own. Horatio's probably tending to his zombies because Horatio.
He can go cook,
He doesn't start till 4. None of you start till 4.
I am going to beep up to my mother and be like, Mom, what's the deal with Hot Pants McOwner face? What's going on?
Your mom's not in her room.
She's off.
Can't be trusted, that woman.
She's off doing the important things that your mom is doing.
Yeah, sure she is. I know my mother. Nothing but trouble every time. All right. So I am going to go.
You
try
hear
to
Estelle in
hunt
the
down-
distance, so that's where you get it from.
It's in you get this feeling that Etsley's thinking about.
So I'm going to go see if I can't find somebody who can direct me to this Jessup person. Hessa.
That's her name. Her name is Hessa.
Her name is
Like Tessa with an H.
Yeah. I have a picture of her.
Is she adorable?
She's got a beard.
That's adorable.
Her name is Hessa Cupperjaw. Oh, there she is.
She's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I've got to grab the screen and pull it over.
Very good. That is Hessa Cupperjaw.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I like her hair.
Yes.
So cool. Now
So, yeah,
when I draw
that's-
Exley, I have to make an effort to make her super hot because there's no way.
So you got yourself okay. So I'm sorry, you're trying. Felix is gonna go. How are you gonna find out information about Hessa?
I'm gonna find the first city guard, I guess, and start asking some questions. Like,
Yeah.
where do I go? We're trying to find a person's family. They should know about her. That sort of thing.
Yeah, he kind of just I'm gonna take you all back to he points you to their headquarters pretty much. Like, yeah, go there. You'll probably find a missing person report for her, and they'll if the family's looking for her, I'm sure that's where it'll be.
All right. So
yeah,
that's where I'm going.
Yeah. So far, the streets have been for both Etsley and Felix relatively quiet, especially this early. Like, it's not super early in the morning, but people have been partying, and this is the day afterwards, so it's pretty quiet right now. Etsley and Felix, you both notice that people are starting to set up like stalls and stuff at this point in the morning. You even recognize kind of some of the carts that you saw when you were in queue. Some of the people that you kind of saw setting up their own stands for fruits and vegetables and animals and all sorts of fun things, setting up for the day.
I'm looking for poison things.
Yeah. Etsley, where are you going to head off to?
I'm going to start at a bookshop.
Start a bookshop? Okay.
Yeah. If I can't find what I'm looking for there, I'll just go to the shady part of town, see if I can find some good information there.
Sounds good. Yeah, Bookshops aren't entirely like it's. There's a couple that are open but you also bump into a whole lot of people just selling books out and about. Like there are stands of people with just books and scrolls and whatnots.
I'll
sitting out.
just take a gander at what they have as I'm walking to see if I can spot
Mhm.
any
Sure,
good
you can roll an investigation.
books
See what
on-
you can. You're looking specifically on poisons, right?
yes. Investigation.
Mhm.
Huh.
Investigate away. You find a lot of spell books, but you are not a caster, so shit makes no goddamn sense. But there's definitely a lot of people have like spell books. A lot of them seem to be covered in blood,
Huh.
but you know,
She's just gonna ignore that.
yeah.
People
But
gotta
spell
get their
books-
coins some way.
Spell books, nonetheless. But nothing.
She's just
Nothing
gonna
on poisons.
head toward the general bookstore then.
Okay. General bookstore. I'll let you walk there. Felix, you are going to the guards headquarters.
Only I had advantage.
They are open and very busy at the moment. There isn't a line or anything, but it is crowded inside. Mostly, you find it is full of
Parents
children.
looking for their kids.
Huh?
Oh, I was guessing parents looking for their kids.
Well, parents and wives looking for their significant others and children. So there's quite a few women with children crying. It's way too early for this garbage. A few older individuals with like gray hair just looking extremely disappointed. As you walk up the steps, you see that there's what looks like not an older, but like probably 40-ish, maybe early 50s looking human with walking in front of a very very sad looking teenager.
Oh,
Yeah. But otherwise it's just kind of busy. There's just a lot going on in at headquarters right now.
Is there anything that looks like a "Have you seen me" kind of place? A place to find.
There is a missing persons board.
Okay. Do I see Hessa on it?
Yeah, there's actually a pretty good, now that you've gotten a good face. There's a picture of her just chilling up there.
I want to look at it and see who to talk to.
Yeah. It gives you her name, Hessa Cupperjaw, gives you an address on where to go. It's not actually an address for Sock. It's an address for Jade.
What's Jade?
It's another town. Near yeah. But and then it gives you some contact information. You got to look for John Copperjaw and Lisa Copperjaw.
Well, I'm not going to Jade, so is there like a post office around here?
Yeah, you could look around for a post office.
All right, that's what I look around for, a post office then.
Yeah, you can the male people around here are very much so like in their own it's like a white uniform, and you see them all take off kind of from the same building. People are off to their morning stuff, so you can find a post office, no big deal.
All right. Before I actually do that, I think I've actually found the post office before because I sent letters to the.
Yes, to your mom, or
yeah.
not to your mom, to your lawyers. That's what
To my lawyers.
Lawyers.
Yeah, gotta send the letters to the lawyers. So, but I will go check on Hessa herself then.
All right. The church in the morning is much quieter than it was the night before. People aren't. You have a couple of people who are like still asleep outside of it, but nobody's being there aren't the sad people with black eyes hanging around anymore. But the entrance is still unlocked, and you see the cleric lady that you saw the night before outside the courtyard, just kind of sweeping the cobblestone.
I'm like, hey,
Oh,
rough
hello.
night?
Oh, yeah. The first, they tell you that they're not supposed to start for another 2 days, but all these young people, they get so excited. They just get out of hand.
Mm,
Stealing tires.
It's only going to get worse, I tell you. By the third night, it's just...
Chaos.
Everyone
Beautiful chaos.
Everyone thinks they can just pick a fight with whoever they want.
sounds awful. How is Hessa?
Oh, she came once we removed the curse, she came to. We explained to her what was going on, and she seemed a little concerned to be with her family, but we convinced her to stay and rest up. She's probably still sleeping. She seems to be of a pretty sound mind. I don't think there's been any permanent damage. So I think hopefully she'll. We didn't get to talk to her much, but I'm sure she'll remember her family and whatnots.
Can I just go in and check on her?
You certainly can. She might be asleep. It's been quite a night. But
Sure.
if she's awake, you can certainly try to see if I can talk to her. I'll get one of the assistants to see if she's up this morning.
All right.
She just leads you into the church. There's pews and stuff, and she just kind of points to you to wait there for a sec while she goes and finds out. It doesn't take too long, 10 minutes before she comes on back and says, it looks like she's awake, so if you'd like to speak with her, come on. You're more than welcome to come on back.
All right. So I head back, I guess.
Yeah. They got her in her own kind of it's not a private room, but it's a room that holds like 6 people, so it's a little bit more private than some of the as you walk around, there's giant rooms just crowded, not crowded, but it's full of people just on cots, recovering, most of them looking rather young. You even recognize a couple of the people that you saw hanging outside the night before. It's more like the drunk tank than anything else. They're just working off their whatever silliness they were up to the night before. But Hessa is sitting up, propped up by a couple of pillows in a rather cushy-looking bed.
Hey, Hessa, you don't exactly know me, but we took you out of the mine.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. I don't remember what happened. I remember we were digging, and then I think we were attacked by something, and then before I knew it, I was here. Do you know how I've been rather concerned, and no one's been able to tell me. Do you know how the other miners are doing?
Not good at all, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
Yeah, long story, there were vampires.
Oh.
They, and you guys kind of just
Startled them.
Yeah. And they kind of went with the biting. So, they've probably been better. I'm betting. I think they've been better, but at least we were able to bring you here. And I know that I checked this morning. Your parents have been looking for you. I was going to send them a note, letting them know where you were. So.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
Mm.
Do you, Christelda, do you know if she's okay?
Do I know if Christelda's okay?
She's turned into stone.
Yeah, that one. She's super turned into stone.
Currently, she's stone, but I think that they can do something about that. They can fix that.
We have an audience with the king at the end of the week.
We have
can
an
tell him to
audience
do
with
stuff.
the king, and or
her
we
inner
will be having
ex-sage.
an audience with the king, and we will talk to him about several people were turned to stone. There was a whole basilisk incident.
Goodness. Well, I'm ever so thankful. I don't really I'm just a minor. I don't really have any way to reward you for all your help. Also, I seem to have
Yeah,
lost all my things.
I get it. We did pick up some stuff on the floor. We did pick up some of their stuff, probably, right?
Yeah, you raided the whole stuff. You raided a lot of stuff.
All right.
I don't
what
give
kind
nothing
of
back.
what kind of things are we talking about that you're missing?
Oh,
We might have picked up some things along the way.
Oh,
so.
I had a journal and I, things like that. Nothing expensive.
We should give her the note. that we
Well,
found.
I will give her the note that we found, and I'll give her 5 gold. Like, I'll, the king is definitely going to pay us for doing it, and you guys, probably lost a lot there, so it's going to be rough. I'm not sure exactly how that mine is gonna. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'll send your parents a note. Maybe they can come by.
Oh yes, I'd appreciate it. I'm sure they'd come and pick me up. They're not very far.
Yeah, I got, there's other kings and they hate me. So, okay. I will give her also a hastily done up something that looks kind of like a business card and say, if you ever require the services of LDE LTD again, feel free to contact us. And for all your rescuing in a mine, being turned into a vampire
needs.
All right. Sounds good.
I have some other things I'll probably try to do. So I'll pass on the way out. I'll send off a letter.
All right. I forget how much that's gonna cost. I'll look it up here in a second. Okay. Sounds good. Great. What are you doing?
She's reading.
She's reading. She's gonna read the whole day.
Pretty much. She needs to catch up on those ability scores. So,
Okay.
I don't know how many
Hidden
hours that is.
abilities.
If it's like from 8 in the morning till 4.
Yeah, 8. If you wanted to go from 8 to 4, however many that's a lot of hours.
8 hours. Yeah, it gets
8
me up
hours.
to 12.
Your letter is going to cost 8 times 2, 16 copper pieces.
Oh yeah, okay. That's
not very
fine.
much. Yeah. Jade, as it turns out, is not very far from where you are.
All right. So
So you can do that, and then Etsley, what's Etsley gonna do?
I'm looking for books on poison.
You're looking for a bookstore. Yes. So through all your wondering, as the morning gets later, people start hawking things like, "Hey, come here, pretty lady. I got. I can see you have some great taste," and then showing off earrings and jewelry and some really gaudy garbage.
She's just gonna ignore him.
No, but you have lots of people trying to sell you a lot of crap for the most part. But eventually, you do find yourselves at a bookstore.
All right, I'm gonna go in.
All right, and you are looking for a book on poison. So you can roll an investigations if you find a book on poisons in this.
Please. Ugh.
Darn. Yeah, no, not really.
Is there someone at the counter?
Yeah, there's a rather nerdy looking individual.
I'm gonna go up and ask if there's a section on poisons.
Poisons. Oh, he gets rather nervous. Oh, we, you know, like we're more like a, you know, fiction, romance novel kind of place.
Nah.
Mm.
Okay.
Not really into that stuff. Yeah, you could try some of the vendors, but otherwise,
Okay, then I'm gonna go back by the vendors.
okay.
I'm not even gonna let him finish the sentence. I'm just gonna go back by the vendors.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna think to herself, what on earth is such a nerdy looking guy doing at a romance? Oh, okay.
Yes, exactly. All right, poison stuff. So you notice that there are places there's lots of places that sell books and stuff. However, as you look around, like the things that they're selling aren't really like they're for sale, but there aren't any prices on anything. Instead, a lot of the books and stuff are like set up with a sheet of parchment next to them.
Missy, can you mute?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Yep,
okay.
no problem.
Apologies.
Yep. All the
So
books.
it's an auction thing.
Yeah, it's more like a silent auction. They have like a piece of parchment where somebody has written down their name and then some amount of gold pieces afterwards.
I could totally steal something. Well, I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find a book that I want.
Okay.
And then I'll debate stealing it when I get there.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but also.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and wait for an auction to be finished.
So, finding a book. I'm trying to figure out where exactly you need to do. Okay. Yeah, so you find actually more than one. You found about 3 different places that have books for sale, specifically on poisons. They each seem to be themed around different creatures. So one is more like snaky poisons kind of stuff. One has more like underground purple worms kind of poison, basilisks, and one is more like fey creature poisony things. They all start the bids for most, like as you look at the numbers and stuff written down, most of them are starting at around like 55 gold pieces. There is one that is starting at 60 gold pieces, and there's a couple of names kind of written down and says 60.
I'm wondering which one will be more useful, the snake or the underground creatures. What do you guys think? Should I steal the snake one or the underground creatures one?
You're asking which one you should steal?
Underground creatures. Yes. I'm not going to sit here and wait for a bid.
Why don't you just? Okay, I'm not there.
I'm asking your opinion just out of character.
Well, we're gonna go back down to the Underdark, right?
Yeah. So the underground ones would be more useful.
How about you? If you're gonna steal one,
who knows? I might steal all 3.
Have fun. I'll see you when I bail you out of the city jail.
Oh, like they can catch me.
You say that. You say these things.
I know.
All right, roll away.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to steal the underground the creatures poison book.
Okay, yeah, you could roll sleight of hand. Okay. So as you notice that there's an old gentleman very old, like is using a cane to walk around, and he's setting up the booth that you're at, and he pretty much is carrying like one book at a time. Will bring one book out and then go back to his cart and go get another book and bring it out. And one of the times that he goes to the back to grab one of his books, you just walk on by and snag it off the table without, as far as you can tell, without anybody noticing.
Well, then I'm just gonna stick it in my bag and then walk back to the tavern. Should be around time for me to start my shift.
You still got a bit. It's about noon now. Streets are getting a little bit more crowded.
I'm still gonna go back and start studying up on this book.
Okay,
Become proficient.
sounds good. All right. Preeta's doing her thing. Felix, what's your kind of your next thing you want?
Well, so I want to go and check in with my business partner, the one I gave the God's Dream to, see how he's doing.
He's very busy. Very, very busy.
All right.
He he sees you and gives you like a friendly like hi, but there is like a line of people outside of his blacksmith.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
All right,
his business is booming. He's also similar to Etzley. You see that he's got like armor and swords set up outside of his shop, all with like a piece of parchment next to them, with several names kind of scribbled, and then with a price with a certain amount of like gold pieces afterwards.
Do I notice any with like the God's Dream?
The God's Dream on it? Do you notice? The only one that really seems to, not God's Dream in particular, you notice one that's it catches your eyes because it's just a handle. Like the handle of a sword. There's no actual sword attached to it. But somehow it is currently going for, what are you going for, buddy? It is currently going for it is going for 650 gold pieces for a handle of a sword.
Interesting. All right. I am going to head over and see if I can't find like a calligrapher.
Calligrapher, yeah.
Okay.
So what exactly are you looking for service-wise?
I'm going to need some business cards, and I'm going to need professional stationery.
Okay.
She's
Sounds
doing that
good.
proper.
She is doing it proper. Look at this. Okay.
I mean, we got lawyers. We're gonna get business cards.
Yeah, there's like it's definitely much emptier than the other places, and unlike the other places, they don't seem to like have a table set up for anything particularly, like any of the like silent auction-y things, but they do have a sign kind of promoting a scam-free paper and like theft-proof paper.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see about that.
Otherwise, they're fair. They're not very crowded right now. There's a couple of people looking at nice pens, but
All right. Well, I go in and I will find somebody and ask them, tell them what I'm looking for. You know, I want the full on professional look.
Okay.
You know. Do you think we need a logo? What do you think?
I think, ma'am, most of the places with like big businesses have good logos.
Yeah.
You might need to hire an artist, though. I don't know sure if you have a concept for that.
Yeah. Do you know any artists who do that sort of thing?
plenty. They're all real busy right now, though, ma'am.
Well, yeah, they would be. They would
It's a
be.
busy time. If you want something quick just to get the word out, it'll be like 2 gold, and I can get you 100 cards with your name on it.
For right now, can I just get some header? I have to write up some
Contracts.
contracts. Thank you.
Contracts.
Contracts.
Thank you, Inner Exley.
Inner Etsley.
Thank you, Edsley.
Yeah. That'll be 2 gold. We'll have it to you by tomorrow. I'll give you 100 pieces of parchment with your name on it.
All right. Cool. All right. I'm gonna hold off on the art and the business cards until I can find an artist.
Yeah. Can I interest you in anything else? We got some papers. Make sure people are not scamming you. It's a little extra for that, and papers to make sure your things aren't stolen.
Yeah, that's how do you do that? How does it make sure your stuff isn't stolen?
It pretty much tags the locate. Like you take an item and you pair it with the paper, and then it keeps track of the location of where that item went.
How much is that?
Shit.
That'll be 10 gold for 1 piece of paper.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do a 10 gold for that.
Yeah. He hands you a single sheet of parchment paper. It's got on the bottom of it, like the bottom right corner, it's got the symbol of like a hand with a do not enter sign on top of it.
Cool. Thank you. One question. Let's say I put this on my shoes, right?
Mhm.
But then I get another pair of shoes. Can I switch it?
Yeah. It takes about 20. So what you do is you take your shoes, you set them on top of the paper for 24 hours, and then those are like together. If you lose it, it'll draw you out like a map that you could follow. And then if you want to switch it, just put the new pair of shoes on top of it for 24 hours, and
All right.
clear out the old one.
Yeah, the things they come up with nowadays.
Oh yes.
All right, so I'm going to put tracker paper down.
Yep, tracker paper.
Tracker paper. Okay. I'm going to head back and spend the rest of whatever time is left with Rosie, working with her.
All right, you can do. What can you do? Survival? We're trying to teach her things. I don't even know what do we have.
It's either that or animal handling. Usually.
Animal. I knew there was a thing. God, I feel like it's been too long since I've done this. Yes, animal handling. That's
They're the
one.
same for me.
All right. Yeah. Animal handling for.
I'm gonna go with luck.
Okay.
12.
Okay. 12. She is being super stubborn today. Like, you give her a command and she just flops on the floor, like belly up. It's just like, nope.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yep,
I've been there. I give her some fish.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's using her little tentacles to like bring it up to her food, to her mouth, and munch on it.
And I will tell Petunia to keep an eye on her for a bit.
Also,
do that.
There you go. There's Rosie.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosie.
Cute.
Yeah.
Bless her cat.
Adorbs.
Okay. So we all head back to the Broken Spoon. A little bit past, a little into the afternoon. Preet is very into her book. Where are you reading your book, by the way? Preet.
There we go. Yes. So she is down in the ground level of the tavern, doing yoga poses.
Okay, so as
watching Jack and his guns.
Yeah. So when you first started, you had plenty of room to do yoga poses. As the morning kind of started up, people started wandering in for breakfast and brunch and things. And before you knew it, you were kind of crowded out. Jack never came over and said anything, but a couple of the servers were like, "Hey, like we're open now.
She'll head back to her
like,
room.
can I use the table? Okay, thank you."
I didn't think we were opening until 4.
No, oh no, he's open all day. It's just your shift only starts till 4.
Okay, got it.
We're the night shift.
You're the night shift. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
No,
she'll
he's
be in
open
her
for
room.
Difficult
breakfast.
shift.
You all assumed that he was making eggs and bacon for you all.
Yeah.
Nope.
I didn't assume anything. I was too busy being ogling and being ogled at.
Yep. Pretty much. All right. And Etsley, where are you gonna head back to the broken
Yeah,
spoon?
I'm gonna head to the room I was sleeping in.
Okay. So you probably only have like a couple of hours that you get to read your book. You can just do a straight up intelligence. What you learn out of your book. Your book written. Book learning.
There. So intelligent. Not intelligent.
Yeah. Oh God, so many new terms. People like there's like certain temperatures you got to keep poisons at, and some of them like lose like after 5 days, no, maybe 6 days, maybe 7 days if it's too hot or too cold. It's overwhelming. It's so much. Like you just want to learn how to poison somebody, but this is giving you like the chemical breakdown of every single poison that they can think of.
Yeah, and after such an overwhelming day, I'm sure she'd have a better time focusing and being more interested in the morning.
Yeah, probably.
She's just gonna...
So for now, it's just it's a little busy. Your mind's a little busy, preoccupied. All right,
preoccupied with wondering why she's being ogled at.
Felix, you make it. You were also, I think, heading back to the Broken Spoon at some point. Showed up, played with Rosie for a little bit. She did her thing, which for all three of you takes us to 4 o'clock. Horatio very much so on duty, like, or ready to work, goes straight to the kitchen, like, all ready to get cracking on things.
I head to the bar.
Yeah.
And start getting myself situated.
Yeah, it's a little emptier at 4 o'clock. The evening crowd has not shown up, so you just got to sit there and get your everything in in the right spot. Etsley, there's a small stage for you, or not Etsley? Sorry, Preet. There's a small stage for you.
Small stage for me.
A small stage for you to kind of do whatever you want to do with.
Yeah, well, right now she's going to go outside and start playing a bit of her music to draw people in.
Okay.
Brilliant.
You can do a performance for yours. Oh, yeah. You do start to get some of the party. You notice that the crowd is extremely young. Like, these are teenagers for the most part, early 20s. You don't really see anybody like above like 25. Like, these are all kids.
It is spring break.
This is spring break.
Spring break.
Hanging around.
Hate spring break kids.
What kind of song are you playing?
Plus Mardi Gras. Some kind of pop song or whatever popular song is. I don't know. Some sort of like daring, I don't know, Volta or something.
Okay. Yeah, you even get like a couple of people to start dancing outside the place, and you do hear them say like, "Oh, hey guys, the place looks like it's got some good food. Let's go on in." You start to get a crowd going into the restaurant bar in place. People are showing up like way earlier than you or not Etsley. People are showing up way earlier than you thought they were going to show up. There's way too many people here. You're not quite ready yet.
Before this happens, though, before people start coming in, I am going to take Tiahu aside to make sure she's looking tough. I'm going to be all spiky. I'm like, all right, you handle the front door. Make sure not too many people come in at once. All right. I want you to make sure nobody's carrying any weapons. You know, if you see any trouble, don't
You're the bouncer.
engage.
She's the bouncer.
You come back. You just come back in. You message me. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good. I'll be here. I'll be sort of watching around the perimeter, keeping an eye. All right, and I'm also going to talk to Bruno, make sure Bruno knows where he's going, what he's doing. I'm like, no, we're a professional outfit here. We're gonna do this right.
Bruno does not have any, like, he's like, I have to do what now? He's
Bruno.
a server and has absolutely no idea what he's supposed to do.
All right, Bruno.
Ask people what they want, write it down, bring it to me in the kitchen. Bring it to me if it's drinks, bring it to the kitchen if it's food.
He looks extremely nervous about this whole endeavor.
You'll be fine. You're a smart guy.
You really want to tell him that?
If you're charming enough, you might meet a girl.
Etzley. Nobody in the history of the universe has gone off with the waiter. Come on.
Yeah.
Irony in that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna have to disagree with your police work there, Bob.
Okay,
Even in my own personal experience, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Bob.
I am really looking forward to see how many people Bruno picks up.
Okay. All right.
I'm giving him some advice.
We shall try.
Pre can give him some bardic inspiration. Play a love song. Throw him some inspiration.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So now
we got security set. People are set up. Immediately so the first group shows up. Tiaho calls you over almost immediately after Preet starts playing music. She's like, ma'am, they said they wanna get drunk, but they're all too young.
All of them are too young?
Yes, look at them. I'm pretty sure he's like 16.
All right, well,
it depends. Is this country the kind of country that lets people start drinking at 16 or 21?
Like I don't know what the laws are.
I don't know if you do know what the laws are here. You're not from Sock.
All right. Is Jack around?
He's in the kitchen, kind of telling Horatio what to do.
All right. Well, I'll go over and say.
Do you want me to yell for him?
Yeah. Well, no, I'll go talk to him. Jack will. I'll go ask Jack. I say, what's the age range that we're looking at here?
If they're under 18, don't let them drink. They can have all the food they want.
Cool. All right. So I go back and I say, all right, you kids can come in. You can't, no drinking. And I say that to Etzley, no drinking for the children.
For under the age of 18.
Under the age of 18. Nobody drinks, but you can have all the food you want. You can chill out, listen to some music. It'll be cool. Play it safe, kids.
Staying cool. Be school.
Stay in school.
Stay in school, kids. They find themselves a nice little table. Preet's crowd is starting to get, with that kind of performance, Preet's crowd is starting to get pretty big. And a lot of people are starting to wander into your bar. Etzley, you can do me a sleight of hand with proficiency, right? Because you're proficient with it.
So, do I do
your
double?
Bartender tools.
Do I do double proficiency? Because I'm proficient in sleight of hand, but I'm also proficient.
So you would add whatever your proficiency bonus is. So do sleight of hand and then do a plus 5, right? Is that what you guys are at?
It's plus 4.
Plus 4, so 27.
So that plus 4.
27. You this first set of crowd, you have absolutely no problem keeping up with the drinks. You do see that you have to stop Bruno a couple of times from taking drinks to the kids. the kids
Yeah.
table. It remind like no, not Bruno. Like Bruno has just given you drink names and has no idea whether they're alcoholic or not. You have ensured that they all are. Whether they're supposed to be or not, you also don't care.
Oh, for the kids, anytime they try to order an alcoholic drink, can I just make a non-alcoholic version?
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
Yeah, after
Like-
a couple
like
times you get
kids-
wise to it and you start sending like the same
Like-
drink but without
Like these
alcohol to
kids
it.
can tell the difference. It'll be the placebo effect. They'll
Yeah,
start
no.
What you
acting
do is-
drunk because they think they're getting drinks.
You just take the alcohol and you like dip it in your finger and you rub it around the inside of the tip of the glass so it smells like it's alcoholic.
Oh, brilliant!
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. After about an hour of these kids being here, they're acting really loopy.
Placebo effect.
Yep, they are
They
think
think they're getting drunk, so they're gonna act drunk.
Felix, you start to get a couple of complaints from other tables, like, hey, like, they're being wild over there. I'm like, should you be serving them drinks? I don't know, Felix. Did we lose Felix?
So no, I'm here. So I am going to head over and to the kids and be like, kids, you starting with me. You starting here. Do you need me to throw you out on your ass? Because I can do that.
They get super serious like as soon as you come over, and one of them like is just trying to stifle a laugh as you try to lecture them. Like two of them are super serious. The other one's just like
It's silly in the background. Will be laughing because she knows what's going on and she thinks it's fucking funny.
mhm.
One more complaint, and you're out on your ass in the alley. You got that?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
good?
Yeah.
All right, good. I give him the eye, and then I go over to Etsley and like, are you fucking liquoring up those kids?
No, I'm giving them virgin drinks. They're only acting drunk because they think they're getting drinks. So really, that's just them acting out on their own.
I don't want them acting out either. Just whatever, fine. Just
I'll give them apple juice from now.
yeah. No more pretend alcohol. They can't handle the pretend liquor.
And I'm gonna like fix them a round of apple juice and just have them be sent apple juice without even ordering it, just to make a point that I know and I could send them literally anything.
Yeah. So they all Bruno takes the drinks over and all the kids kind of turn and look at you and smile and give you a wave, and one of them, getting a little bit bold, gets up and saunters over to the bar.
Esley's gonna have fun with this.
It's just like, oh, he kind of tries to like lean super cool on the bar. Like he is very clearly 16, like 16
Can't even handle his
16
pretend
acne,
alcohol.
like greasy hair, is definitely way
Oh, as
sophomore in
Esley
high
is
school.
completely and utterly amused. She's a woman of her age has obviously had this happen to her before, especially since the owner started hitting on her and everyone's just hitting on her for some reason.
Yeah.
She's more than likely had this happen before.
Oh yeah, and the 16-year-old boy proceeds to, oh God, I need a terrible pickup line for this.
Oh, heaven must be missing an angel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we need bad pickup line.
I don't think that would work with a snake woman though.
Yeah, I don't know if that would.
Are you cold-blooded? Because you're giving me the chills.
Or
There you go. Oh, 100% goes for that.
The worst one I've ever heard while working at a bar. The dude's nickname was Big Daddy, and that's the only name I know him by,
No.
because everyone called him Big Daddy. He was the biggest creep. But his favorite line to say was always "nice shoes, wanna fuck." That was always his favorite line.
See, I was gonna go with the Garden of Eden must be missing a serpent because I feel so tempted.
Oh, that's a good. I love all these like
Yep.
snake pickup lines.
These
That
are,
was-
these are
that one was
good.
too
R&D,
good.
R&D.
That one was
R&D.
too good. No way 16-year-old
Yeah,
is
that
coming
was
up with
too good. R&D
Yeah.
saved that one for Claire.
But the boy definitely tries the cold-blooded, you're giving me chills line and
Roll
gives you
performance
for him.
with disadvantage because he's drunk.
No, I just
He got, oh no, he rolled a 20.
so it's extra funny.
Oh, you roll, oh, let's see.
No, I'm not doing it. No.
Roll,
16-year-old.
Come on, Cougar.
roll
No.
It's
be
legal.
a charisma save.
He
I
just
hate you
toy
guys.
with his heart and nothing else.
Can someone like help me?
I'm
I
outside.
think you got yourself into this one.
I will
I
give
didn't do anything. The kid
Yes,
walked
you did.
over.
Yes, you did.
You got drunk fake. You fake drunk him.
But I will give her some assistance by giving her a look like, what? What? Don't
Come
even.
on.
Don't even. Giving you the look.
Okay,
Wingman.
that's
I mean, he's still got a 20, like a nat 20. I don't like unless he's
hate
got
you,
a
Arthur.
negative charisma. Like,
Yeah, but
you
like she
know.
could find him charming. That doesn't mean she's gonna do anything about it.
Like, he-
Yeah.
I wouldn't
he
do
is-
anything about it.
he
You'd
is-
I
enjoy
would
the
wave
crush.
you over.
he is super cute. Like, not cute, but he's like, it's kind of cute.
And in that case, Esley's gonna be like, "Aw, adorable," and then wave Felix over and be like, "Get this kid out of my fucking face, please."
I'm working here.
Yeah, so she's gonna go. Look, I told you, man.
I just can I just get her number?
No,
Like, hey, can I come back? When does your shift end?
I grab him by the scruff of his little neck and I just pull him
If
out of there.
If anything, this kid reminds Esley of like the kids she more than likely would have had to train
There you
in the past.
So yeah, he's
In
out
her
of his
in her
ass.
past.
go. He's out on his ass. Treat. You see a kid get thrown out of the bar you're performing in.
She goes,
Or outside of.
way! First one of the night.
Yep. But at this point, you're kind of like actual performance needs to start. It's been about an
Yeah, that's
hour,
fine.
so
So-
you need to head on in.
Yeah, she'll get up on stage and do a crowd pleaser.
All right.
Perform.
Somebody roll me persuasion for Bruno.
I'll do that. All right.
Oh, do I get to?
Bruno.
Is he like making eye contact here? Do I need to throw him some bardic inspiration?
I don't know. Do you do an insight, Preet? See if you spot him being.
See if I can recognize that.
Yeah.
Hey, I kind of fancy you, Faye.
Why do I keep getting hit on?
Nah. Nah.
All right.
Okay.
He doesn't have persuasion, but he has a charisma, and it's
He's got a
15.
charisma, and it's 15. All right. So with a
Please, let's get
15,
Bruno a cute girlfriend.
Bruno needs a cute girlfriend.
After
Okay.
everything he's been through.
With a 15, you see that once Bruno, you've been kind of paying more attention to Bruno at this point. That he's been hanging around this one particular table with a young, like a family of gnomes comes in, and they have a young daughter with like a nice, pretty white dress.
Like a late
The mom and-
teenage daughter.
No, like early college.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, late teenage.
you said young. I was like,
Yeah, we're like, what?
Yeah.
I know you're old
Um,
now, R&D. like
I'm old
me,
now,
but
yes.
young people today.
Young people. No, like definitely over 18, probably like he'd probably be going off to college or is in college. It's not like Bruno's old. Bruno's old. He's an intern.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not like he's old.
He's probably, since he's an intern, he's probably like a junior or senior in college age.
Yeah, so he's probably barely over 21, 22. Fair enough. So, comes in with a nice, respectable looking family. Everyone's super nicely dressed. This table. And you do see smiles exchange, and Bruno kind of pay extra close attention to this family. And when the family finally, pays their tab and whatnots, you notice that there's been a piece of parchment was left behind where the young lady was sitting. Bruno opens it up, and you see a big old smile on his face.
Finally, let's get Bruno a girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
All right. So for the do we one more performance pre?
Yeah. So she'll
for
do
your- for your night.
she'll do kind of like a love song, like kind of like a soundtrack to his life right now. You know.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Okay. You're gonna get a few tips, but probably not much. Because that's not what they're here for.
No.
necessarily.
I would free drinks would be better for me. Give me throw them on the tab at the bar.
Yeah. You have about you do get about like 6 admirers swing on by and offer to pay you for drinks and stuff.
Oh, thanks. I'm so thirsty after my set.
Very nice.
Felix.
Perfectly timed drink R&D.
I know, right? This is so I think there's a thing that comedians do where they like take a drink to like give themselves a chance to think.
A second to think.
Yeah, and I find myself doing that all the time here. Like I'm gonna drink something so that I can give myself a sec to like think about what I'm gonna say next. Either way, so yes, you get about 6 drinks on the house for you, Preet. Felix, you end up only having to kick out 3 other people who are getting real rowdy. Thankfully, nobody ends up. No, do me an intimidation. I want to see if anyone does pick a fight.
All right. Because I have the spikes on.
You're so intimidating.
Oh yeah, you disguised yourself all intimidating. Like, go for it. You can do it with advantage because you're all.
I kind of hope somebody does.
You're
mess
so
with me, though.
intimidating.
Oh, I'm glad you put spikes on you. Absolutely nobody bothers to pick a fight with you. You run a tight shift. Tiaho as well. Tiaho starts getting bold. Like you had told Tiaho not to like cause trouble herself, but at some point or another, you see her get absolutely tired of one patron and just herself just go up, grab him by the collar, and drag him out before he can even start a fight. At all. Etzli, you were kind of like in the back of your head, like you were like really hoping Jack would come by.
Oh god.
You were like, but he doesn't really come by. Like he seems to be kind of just hanging around the kitchen with Horatio.
She's somewhat relieved.
With a tinge of disappointment.
She could be disappointed yet relieved at the same time.
And so your night comes and goes with that occurring and eventually the crowd dies out. The crowd inside dies out only to get more and more loud and obnoxious outside. As people pour out to the street.
They get into fights.
Preet's gonna drink 2 of her free drinks, and then she's gonna give 1 free drink to Felix, 1 to Etzli, 1 to Bruno, and 1 to Tiaho.
Yeah, and you all have your drinks as you help clean up the restaurant for the night. By the end of it, it's about 9 o'clock by the time that everything is done, and you are free to do whatever you'd like to do next.
I'm gonna continue studying the book.
Got a bunch of book nerds over here. You have spring break, and 2 of you are like, I'm gonna sit and read.
Well, on the first day at least. Also,
Have I
by
seen my
voice.
mother?
That's how I am during spring break.
Nope.
Do you think I
have not seen your
honestly-
mother?
Do I look like the person that actually goes and parties during spring break?
Well, I think we should go out tomorrow.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, no, your mother has not swung by at all. Oh, Felix.
She's been captured.
No.
Oh, I would never kidnap one of your important peoples.
Oh, sure.
Ever. Ever.
You say these things.
I say these things. Yes, but it's like it's around 9 o'clock. So so you're Etsy's gonna go read. What is that? What is everyone else gonna do?
So what time is it again?
Like 9 p.m.
Oh gosh, I mean it's still early. Go out. Felix, you want to test out those spikes in the city streets?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
All
Oh,
right.
if that's what you're gonna do, I'm definitely gonna tag along
You gonna tag along?
and watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll invite Horatio along. And
Yeah,
I'll say to him-
Horatio's willing to. He got real into cooking, but is more than happy to help out. He has a lot of stories about Jack to tell you all.
Oh, does
all
he?
right.
He does.
dear.
All right. So I'll be
Someone
like,
roll. You can't. I want to roll this con save. Where's Horatio?
Yeah, by the way,
Oh,
Preet will put
no.
away her
What is Micro gonna come back to?
He's fine.
Oh, he's
hurt.
fine, yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
He's like intellectually interested in Jack. Like, oh, he's got a boat. He goes out to the lake every summer. It's really great. And,
Oh, he's one of those assholes.
he's definitely got a boat. He's definitely got a boat for sure. Yeah,
grabbing her loot and leaving her bandolier behind.
Okay. Mm,
Pandora, sorry.
yes.
But,
All
yeah,
right.
it's not really in crowds. Flutes are better. You can also use them to whack people on the head.
There you go. You all walk around the the outside. Vendors are still open, selling things, hawking things. You have a lot of people as you walk around come up to you and like hold up pretty jewelry, like, oh, this would look so good on you. Like, look at these colors, they go with your scales. And people consistently try to sell things. You can hear the sounds of animals hang just around, like the deep roar of the displacer beast that you saw. You can hear it coming from nearby. As you walk around, you see that there's a crowd of people kind of in a big circle, and a dwarven woman with one arm kind of inviting people to how does she put it?
Fight me.
No, not
Debate
fight
me, bro.
Debate me, bro.
It's a debate,
She's like, she says, who here thinks they can take on Mimsy?
Mimsy. Oh, the whimsy.
Mimsy. And you have
Stepping through the forest and the pine.
Yeah, you see mostly men because they're fucking idiots. Hold up pieces of silver and be like, oh, I can do this, followed by cheering, and then a loud yell, and the crowd cheering again.
Looking at that, I'm like, I got my money's on Mimsy.
Yeah, definitely
Me too.
Mimsy.
Want to go see if we can't pass a few bets and
Yeah, let's
we'll
go.
just check out the competition. Maybe if it ain't too bad, I'll throw down a little on my own.
Oh, I'll pay to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell yeah.
As you push your way through the crowd, it opens up to a fenced area, and you see that in the like a fairly wide, like I'd say like 15-foot radius, open pit like with fence around it, and in the middle of it is an alligator.
Oh my gosh, Mimsy's an alligator.
Mimsy's an alligator.
That is adorable.
The dwarven woman with the one arm says, kind of announces the new contestants, and you see 4 dwarven men get into the pit with Mimsy.
Etsley's gonna cheer for Mimsy.
You hear the cheering, and the dwarven woman says, "All right, everyone, go!" And you see the first dwarven man go and slap Mimsy in the tail twice before Mimsy turns around and takes a bite out of him. Followed by the next dwarven man, who only gets 1 smack on her tail before he gets bitten. Quite a younger looking one gets in 5 smacks before he's bitten, and the last one only gets 1. All 4 of them are now have nice deep bite marks on their arm, and the dwarven woman announces that the one with the 5 hits is the winner, and he gets to take the pot.
So whoever can get the most hits in before getting bitten wins.
You got it.
Felix is like, they're abusing this poor animal.
You're in?
No, I'm not in. I'm not going to go slap an innocent creature. How could they do such a thing?
Felix, you see that you see the dwarven woman get a giant chunk of meat and throw it at Mimsy, who eats it up and licks her chops.
No. Not okay with this.
Animal abuse.
Animal abuse.
Not animal abuse. How dare.
Felix is an animal lover. She's not going to be okay with
She's got all these pets, yeah.
Ooh, Chrissy, hear me out, okay?
Okay.
What if Felix hops off and goes in there and says, I don't want to challenge Mimsy. I challenge the handler. And whoever wins gets Mimsy. And then if you win, you get to set Mimsy free.
Free where?
Somewhere over the rainbow.
We're in a dwarven city full of lava.
Do you want an alligator or
This
not?
is not Florida. This is definitely not Florida.
I just, the thing is, I don't think that this is good, but I don't know that there's anything I can do about it right now.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. The crowd keeps on cheering for Mimsy, and the games continue. In the distance, you start, as you walk away from Mimsy, you hear Esla, you'd recognize the sound. You hear the sound of fire bolts, like the spell being shot off. And after each shot, you hear the roar of a crowd.
Someone's shooting off firebolt spells over that way.
Yeah, let's go look at that.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. As you make your way through the crowd, you find that there are a bunch of honestly, spellcasters, just each about 50 feet away from a scarecrow dummy looking thing, each of them firing off different spells, and with each hit a number kind of prestidigitations itself above the
point system.
Yeah, above the dummy, and the one with the highest score gets the prize.
Nah.
I could throw it.
Maybe Bruno can do it.
Is Bruno with us? If Bruno's with us,
are you taking Bruno with you?
Yeah, we could take Bruno.
Okay.
I'd probably take him rather than leave him. The boy is trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
yeah.
All right, sounds good. So, who anyone else want to participate? There's room for 6
Oh,
people.
baby.
There's 6 dummies and 6 people who are usually up to.
I don't know. We'll God, I want to call him Leopold, and that's not his name.
Horatio?
Horatio, yeah.
Yeah, he might. I don't know what range spells he's got.
He must have something. I bet
He
you
probably does. He
All
probably
right.
would.
So Horatio's gonna do it.
Okay, what
I mean, I
does
got
he have?
Firebolt. I could try.
Oh, he does not have a good cantrip for this.
I'll do it with you.
Yeah, he does not. Yeah, you need to have a spell ranged attack, which Horatio does not have one.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it with you.
Firebolts. There's a very strict no magic missile because that never misses.
Makes sense.
But yeah, pretty much a cantrip, firebolt, eldritch blast, things like that. So Etzley's gonna join in.
If you don't want to do it alone, Felix, I'll do it with you.
Felix doesn't have one of those, really. Bruno does.
Yeah, Bruno, I think has firebolt.
Yeah,
So-
Bruno
Yeah, I have
has
Firebolt too.
Okay. All right. So
Screw it. I'll go for it. Why not?
So the rules are: you do a ranged spell attack. A hit. You've got to get above a DC of something or another. Which I already forgot.
I'm gonna guess 15.
I think so. Yes. 15. And then your points that you score, how accurate you are, is. Oh no, it doesn't matter. Sorry, the distance doesn't matter. You're gonna shoot 3. You're gonna shoot 3 times. And your roll to hit, you're gonna subtract 15 from that. And that is how many points you score. So you get 3 shots.
Okay. Let's go, Bruno.
Whoever wants to go first, and I'll get.
Bruno can go first.
All right.
3 competitors here.
9 is not going to do much.
Nope.
24.
Aha.
That's 9 points.
9 points.
And 10 doesn't hit.
All right. So he ends up with 9 points.
Oh, I guess me.
Etzley.
Preet comes back with a candied apple going, oh, this looks fun.
Well, we're shooting. Oh, look at that. So you got a 0, an 8, and a a lot. An 8 and a 11. 19.
So 19.
For Etzley.
I'm gonna type that in my chat box so I don't forget.
You're fine. One that you see along with you see a spellcaster, dwarven spellcaster, shoot off 3 firebolts. He gets a 0, a 0, and a 3. So Etzley so far is ready to go. The crowd is very excited to see Etzley's performance when Etzley, right next to you in your little shooting area, you see a familiar dark-haired woman stand there.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. And Jewel is angry that Pumpkin is in my lap getting text.
Good. And she, as you have seen many times before, her hand splits open to reveal her good old +8, her good old firebolt shooting hand. And she's gonna roll. I'm gonna roll them in here. Her 3D 20s.
Do you want pets or no?
And she gets a +8 on hers. So, 10, which is not enough. 11, which is not enough, and 17 + 8, which is a 25. Which only gets her 10 points.
Ooh.
Etzley with 19 points. You decimate the competition. And win yourself 5 gold pieces.
She's gonna look over at Claire and give her a cheeky wink and say, "Oh, that's cute," referencing earlier in the mine.
These are just childish games. I don't even know why I bother to participate.
Childish can be fun.
Mm.
And Esley's gonna give a bow to the crowd.
The crowd does not care. They're like, move on. We got more people coming.
Oh, she doesn't care either. She's just showing off at this point.
Yes. So yeah, as the you find yourselves just as you wander around stalls full of books and artisan goods and more silent auction things. Eventually, as you walk around, Etsley, what's your passive perception?
Hold on, I'm at my spells right now.
And I guess Felix too. Well, I don't know what your passive perception is.
It's 12.
16.
Mine is
16.
20.
20. Okay. You, Etsley, you are. It feels so good to beat Claire, doesn't it? It's like, it feels so good. You got her. You got her. Good.
And I just want to be specific that I don't have the book with me. It's still at the. Sure.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's back in the room.
It's back in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a very angry dog.
You have a very angry dog.
Apparently, I'm not petting her good enough.
Yeah. So as you sorry, where was I? Okay. Yes, you beat her. Felix, you see. God, they're sort of. You see that people are like starting to look a little annoyed, like someone's been really bugging them. But you don't like. That's all you kind of just see is that people are just kind of looking annoyed in your kind of general vicinity. Sorry, I gotta grab the thing that I need here. Preet, you also notice people are looking super annoyed. Oh no.
Hey, Pumpkin, I need you off my lap, baby.
Oh no. Oh, there you are. People are also looking, you notice that people are looking annoyed, and then kind of below waist level and these are a lot of people are kind of mostly dwarvish in this dwarven city. You see these really skinny armed things with like you see a bunch of these. Let me just get them up here. You see a bunch of these creatures just bugging people.
What the fuck? Does this remind me of the things that were in the bar?
The bar? No.
The place where the floaty things were feeding off of people's energies?
No, those are floofs.
Okay.
Look, nothing like floofs.
Robot things.
They look like robot things.
I nudge Felix and Etsley and point. I'm like, what? Have you seen those before?
I
Did they see
haven't.
them?
Does my artificer...
They're not hiding or anything.
Does my
They're just going around annoying everybody.
artificerness tell me anything about them?
You can roll an arcana.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. Where am I?
Okay.
You know that even though they look like constructs, they're not constructs, but you don't know what they are. They do. Remember that time you got stuck in a really weird temple and got attacked by a really big robot-y thing? Yeah, it kind of reminds you of that thing.
Where's Claire at?
Oh no.
Is Claire still here?
Nah, she's disappeared into the crowd.
All right, I'm messaging her with my magic. I'm like, Claire,
I have the stone.
what are you? Yeah, tell her. Get her on the stone.
I'm
Get her ass over here.
gonna try because I still have the communications.
You still have it.
While
That's
you're
true.
messaging her, I'm going to say Claire into the rock.
What? You already won your silly game.
No, there's something going on our side of town.
Get your ass over here.
Felix says, "Get your ass over here."
What could it possibly be?
It's a little.
I'm like holding the rock up to Felix, like.
I'm like, look, they're these little one-eyed things that look like constructs, but they aren't constructs, but they're a lot like the things that were in that church that time. You catch me?
No. What part
Well,
of
then
town
come
are you?
over here, and we were right. You were here 20 seconds ago. What do you mean, what part of town?
Fine. Oh, hey. Gosh. And the line goes silent.
I put it back in my pocket.
Okay, put it back in your
I'm gonna
pocket.
get the dogs fed real quick. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, you're good. Are you okay? So you're gonna sit and wait for Claire?
Are they doing anything other than being annoying?
They're mostly being annoying. A lot of people like you see a couple of people stop and like talk to them, but most people are ignoring them.
All right, I will go down and try to talk to one of them because I'm short anyway, so why not?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah, they're about
furious.
your height. Like they're more or less your height.
I can
I'll
also
stay in
be
one
back
spot
up.
so Claire knows where to find us.
Oh no, they're smaller than you. Yeah, they're pretty small. Small little things, being annoying. It ignores you.
I'm like, no, beep boop. Hey, hey, hey.
This one, the one in particular that you found, seems to be far more interested in following around a child with like a balloon. He doesn't like, he's not bothering it. He's just kind of following him around and like taking notes.
Mm-hmm. If I look at his notes, what do I see? Do I recognize anything?
Well, you don't speak any languages that he speaks.
Yeah. So.
No, nothing.
What
Just a bunch of
is
scribbles.
going on here?
But yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem to. This one doesn't seem to be annoying anyone. Just seems to be following around this little kid taking notes.
Can I go over to one that's annoying?
Yeah, you can go over to one that's annoying. There's one who keeps pulling on like the dress of a dwarven woman.
All right, I have. You want to finish that up, and then I would like to try something.
Sure.
I said that while muted. Pervert robot.
Less pervert, more like a lost kid pulling on somebody. Like, hey, pay attention, pay attention.
They have the souls of children.
They have the souls of children.
I'm like, hey.
It keeps ignoring you, but he does. This one does not pay attention to you either. You do hear him trying to ask the woman, "Can you please describe the flavor of the thing you just ate?" And the woman kind of like shushes him away, and he comes back and says, "Can you please describe the flavor of the thing you just ate?" And the woman shushes him away, and he comes right back. "Can you please describe the flavor of the thing you just ate?" And this just keeps on going. He does not give up on this one singular question.
I'm like, lady, if you don't tell him, he's gonna keep asking.
Just ignore him. It was salty. It was salty. Go away. You see him write something down and then head off into the crowd.
Do you know where they came from?
Before it goes, it goes off, I would like to use my racial ability. Boom, limited telepathy.
Yeah.
Telepathically speak to any creature. Don't need to share language, but it has to speak at least one language, which clearly is.
Mm-hmm.
Process of slow is slow and limited, allowing me to transmit only simple ideas, straightforward concepts. And I would like to ask the question, basically the emotion, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Okay.
That sort of like confusion.
Okay, so and you can just kind of speak with it. Yeah. I mean it spoke common or dwarven or what, like it's, I don't know. It felt, I don't, you at 30 feet you were close enough to probably hear it saying a thing. And you're not, it's it's to you. It's in your head. It sounded like common, but you're also sure you heard Dwarven when it spoke. But you get like in your head, you get no message back from this thing. It's completely ignores you.
Okay, hopefully Jewel will stop barking at me now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm confused. I relate my experience to the others.
I am also going to be confused because it sounds like these robots are mimicking kids or trying to learn what humans know.
Yeah, it seems to be a learning thing. Has Claire
I don't
gotten here
trust
yet?
Claire eventually makes her way to Etsley.
Yep, I'm just
And
standing
like,
there
what-
with my
what do you-
hands in my pockets, patiently waiting while watching my
Yeah.
friends go around.
Yeah, they're not like trying to hide from you all. They're just not like they're not actively being sneaky. They're just don't care.
Okay. Well, I can go up and what food is around? Are there like crepes? Fried
There's all
potatoes?
sorts of there's a little bit of everything.
Right, I'll get some
Probably
hash
the
browns.
closest thing that you can find are there's an apple crumble stand.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Right.
I
Well,
was hoping for turkey legs.
Frit's gonna get some apple crumble. We'll kind of wait to see if she can see one of those questiony things. But yes, try to buy some apple crumble and then eat it. Obviously, very obvious way.
Very obvious. Gonna perform a thing. Gonna perform. It's the guy asked for 6 copper for the crumble.
That's fine.
It's copper. I don't even whatever. It's copper. And one of the creatures kind of looks up at you and walks over to you and just asks the exact same question. Can you describe the flavor of the thing you just ate?
She will see in Undercommon.
Shakespearean detail.
In Undercommon, she will say, "Can you repeat the question?"
Can you describe the flavor of the thing you just ate?
What language did it use?
In your head, you heard common, and well, it used uncommon. It switched over because you understand undercommon, so
Yes.
you understood it, and it used undercommon.
She'll ask in Dwarvish, "Can you repeat the question?"
And he repeats the question in Dwarven.
Shall I try abyssal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Etsley will sneak some of Preet's apple crumble and say in abyssal, "Can you repeat the question?"
It completely ignores you and just repeats the question to Preet.
Okay, we're learning.
Preet, you're its chosen human, and then she's just gonna stand there.
Well, I don't know. Should we mess with its little brain here? Define flavor.
It just repeats the question to you.
All right. Well, I've got a pet too now.
Because I'm sure it's just going to follow you around until you answer the question.
Yeah. All right. Well, where's Claire? Claire was going to explain this, right?
Yeah.
We've got one now.
Claire's going to show up. Yeah. Claire shows up and with a very annoyed sigh, just says, "What do you all need now?"
What are these marketing research creatures? Why are they asking people questions around here?
Oh, why are they here? That can't be good. And you see her reach. Yeah, you see her reach into her, I don't know, coat thing and bring out what, to your modern eyes, kind of looks like a pocket watch. And hold it in front of her and kind of read and kind of and hum over and be like, "Huh. Don't bother with them. They're Modrons. It's their job to gather information about how the order of the what is this plane called? I forget the name of the plane that you're on. The plane that you're on, the material plane. There we go. It's their job to see how the order of the material plane is holding up.
With my background, do I recognize the term she used?
Material plane or Modron?
Mardron. I'm sure I would have heard of it.
No idea what a Modron is.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Well, why would they be here asking people about the flavor of apple crumble?
Hmm.
And studying the movement of a kid with a balloon.
They are interested in order. Their ways are far beyond anything that we could understand. Even I do not understand why they do the things that they do, or what information they glean from the questions they ask. But
Who did they give the information to?
Kronos.
Not Kronos per se. But they are. God, what is the God of Order? I should write this down. The God of Order.
Oh, another god Edseli doesn't like.
Yeah. There's the God of Order. And I'm gonna have to look up his name. The God of Order.
I don't remember.
You know that
Let's go outside in a minute.
my race came into being because of the sort of personification of the force of entropy.
Oh,
Okay, to tell you our lore sometime.
yeah.
Okay.
What? Yeah. Kidding.
You heard her. Came into being. I don't know what that was so hard to understand. It came into being because of the personification of entropy.
The personification of
Makes
entropy.
perfect sense.
No, actually, Felix would like nod at her intelligently, like, "Oh, yeah, you should."
Makes perfect sense.
Of course. That's what I'm always saying. You seem very entropy-like.
Yes, from that which endures. But anyway, someday over the campfire, I'll tell you.
No clue what you're talking about, and that's what Edseli's going to say. She's just going to be very honest about her confusion.
Which, to be fair, you got a good reason to be confused here. Eventually, this one kind of stops bothering with you and moves on to knowing other people.
Oh, I'll just say it's apple crumble flavored.
It writes it down.
Creative paradox.
Does not give you a response. Just writes it down and moves on with his life. So, all right.
Oh, do I get any money?
Nope. Primus. That's its name. It will give its information to Primus.
Ah, all right. Tell Primus we said hi.
It does not. Not at all even look back.
Okay.
Claire kind of like, I need to do some more research. Enjoy the festival. Don't worry about them. They'll leave eventually.
Okay.
And she takes off.
Oh, and as she takes off, Esley's going to yell about the boobs again.
A little Modron comes over and kind of pulls at your cloak and says, "Please describe boobs."
Esley will gladly describe boobs.
And the Modron gladly writes it down and walks away.
Oh, it's gonna take a while.
Learn about porn next.
No, it patiently takes down every last detail that Esley gives.
Oh, and I'm gonna be extremely detailed, annoyingly detailed.
It does not seem annoyed or like it dutifully takes its notes without a change in its expression. It does not look embarrassed or at all taken aback by any of the things that you say.
Oh no, Esley's just happy that the God of Order is gonna have to read that.
At some point, Felix is going to go over to one of them and say, "Please describe Primus."
Does not give you any attention.
Okay. She was just checking to see.
So, is this a good place to leave it?
Yeah, I'm good with this.
I mean, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, I forget.
Yeah.
You guys, it's real late for you all,
Yes.
And
or just
I've
for
got,
you this time.
I've got dogs annoying me about going outside.
Mhm.
But
yes. Good
alright.
time to leave it then.
yes, on boobs.
Yeah,
On boobs.
on boobs.
Modron's asking about boobs.
Yeah, remember that line for micro for next week.
Yes. What happened last time? Modron's asked about boobs.
How do you spell Mordrons? I'm gonna actually type it in chat so it's the first thing he sees when he gets when he logs in.
M-O... It's like Modrones, but it's pronounced drons.
All right, and on that bombshell or boob shell, as it were, it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye,
Bye, party.
Hey, I did the bit. Okay, we're off air.